I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Thank you. Party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rock and Knicks Universal main man, Uncle Freezy. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Man, I feel good, man. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good, man. I can't wait to chop it up with y'all today. Man, I when prepping for the show, my main thing was I want to hear what y'all got to say. It ain't about me. It ain't about me and my preparation, man. I want to read y'all comments, man. I want to see what it is that y'all got to say, man. I know a lot of y'all are excited about where we are, man, and I'm excited too. Got my favorite hoodie on. Got my favorite beverage. I think it's Miss Mo. What is that? Pepsi Zero or Coke Zero? Pepsi Zero. Pepsi Zero sugar. Which one of these is my favorite? Coke Zero sugar or Pepsi Zero sugar? Coke. Okay. So I don't have my favorite beverage, but I'm still in a good state of mind. I'm still in a good state of mind. Yo, Mr. Hinton is in the building. I already know the conversation gonna be crazy now. I already know the conversation gonna be deep and off the hook right now. Because he in the building. One of my favorite people in Knicks Universe to chop it up with. Very smart dude. Heavy Reese is in the building. What's good? David L. JJ, what's good, man? Looking like we got pitchers getting hurt already, right? Yo, let's talk about these Knicks, though. Let's talk about these Knicks. I have some stuff buried up here that I don't even care about sharing. What I want to do is chop it up with y'all about what y'all want to chop it up about. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all about what y'all want to talk about. The Organic Fanatics is in the building. What's good, man? What's good? All right. So since I guess we waiting for a few minutes for the crowd to get here, but I guess I'll start it off. I guess I'll set it off with, let me see. What can I start it off with? Let me start it off with this. Let me spotlight a Knicks entity, right? Let me spotlight Immanuel Quickley. Sean Williams is in the building. What's good? Chop Low is in the building. What's good, family? What's good? I'll start the Knicks spotlight off with Immanuel Quickley. I have one other person I want to throw in the Knicks spotlight. Right? Who in the world thought Immanuel Quickley would be this good? Raise your hand. Who thought Immanuel Quickley would be this good? Hold on for a millisecond. Sorry about that, y'all. The Queen Bee called me back, man. I had to get my propers. You know what I'm saying? No, I got you. I got you. I got you. I just didn't want y'all to. No, I got you. I got y'all. I didn't want y'all to hear what Queen Bee was saying on the joint. No, I got you. So let's spotlight Immanuel Quickley, right? Let's start the spotlight with this. Are you a fan of Immanuel Quickley? Are you a fan of Immanuel Quickley? Chat, I want to see y'all say it. I want to get y'all yeses or nos. Are you a fan of Immanuel Quickley? And so here's the thing with Immanuel Quickley, right? At one point within the last year or so, a lot of people wanted to maybe move Quickley out of town. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jay Boogie is in the building. Jay Boogie says, I'm going to take the compliment. If anybody been following me as the closer, then you know 3 years ago I saw the slogan, give him the keys. Bim. Bim. Shout out to the hip hop legend, right? The legend of the culture, Jay Boogie. Shout out to a man that got deep roots in this Knicks community and the New York City basketball community and hip hop, Jay Boogie. Shout out to Jay Boogie. That's my man right there. All right. So the reason why I'm asking you if you are a fan of Quickley, then you legit sat through a lot. And I'm saying a lot of hate on Quickley. Not because Knicks fans hated Quickley, they just hated the wild inconsistencies that come along with a young player growing in the league and learning how to be the best version of themselves. Of himself, I'm sorry. If you're a fan of Quickley, you sat through conversations like, oh, I wish they would just trade him, just put him in a deal for Brandon Ingram. Y'all sat through those conversations. Or conversations similar to that. Right? If you're a fan of, I'll give you another example. If you're a fan of RJ Barrett, right? And you sat through the wild, bad looking plays that helped him grow and get better as a player. But at the same time, you also sat through conversations of frustrated Knicks fans that said, man, I wish they would just package RJ in the deal. RJ ain't going to be here next year. When that contract kick in, he's gone. And so I'm using RJ as an example because Immanuel Quickley had the same type of conversations. Say you're a fan of Obi Toppin. Say if you're an Obi fan, you sat through wild conversations of Obi soft. He don't rebound. He don't block shots, man. Obi ain't gonna never get his time in New York, man. You know, they and then Obi fans are saying, well, they should trade Randall and give Obi all those minutes because you never know what you're gonna get from Randall, right? And I bring that up. To compare the conversations of all the young players, right? Even Immanuel Quickley. So last night, in my belief, I believe that Immanuel Quickley validated his Knicks existence. Shout out to Will Salkin. Shout out to Keith Turner. Keith Turner is in the building. White Falcon is in the building. White Falcon is back. Roy Hughes is in the building. CWC, what's good, man? CWC is in the building. CWC. I would play you one-on-one, but since you done got older, man, I don't play in that 60 and up league. but if you want to come out here and play 5-on-5 with some real hoopers, you know, you always welcome. If you're a fan of a young player and you hear certain things, it kind of frustrated you in your fandom. Like, for instance, give you an example. Yo, every time I come on Blowing Tears, Uncle Freezy be trying to find a way to call Quentin Grimes a ham sandwich. Yo, Jay Boogie in the building too. Jay Boogie, you and CWC one of these days, man. I'm gonna get y'all on a black top or in the gym or something and show y'all, you know what I'm saying, show y'all a little something. I know Jay Boogie is a little seasoned. I know CWC is a little seasoned, but you know how it go. But the point that I'm getting at, the point that I was getting at is this. If you're an Immanuel Quickley fan, you should be proud that you stuck with him. You should feel good today. And if you're a fan of the Knicks overall, you should feel great today. See, because winning is one thing, right? Validation is another thing, right? But RESPECT is everything. You feel me? New York, stand up where you at. Winning is a good thing. Validation is a good thing. That's something too. But respect is everything. That's everything. And this morning, the Knicks are getting RESPECT, right? And it's not just because Jalen Brunson is an outstanding point guard, though he missed yesterday's game. And it's not just because Julius Randle is playing at an all-NBA level, even though he is. But for those of us that live and die with the Knicks, hold on. Benny, I swear, Benny's like 100-pound paperweight. 100 pounds of just, oh, goodness. I should have named him Obi. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, y'all. Hey, look, I'm just kidding. Look, I'm just kidding. I know y'all. I'm just kidding, right? I'm just kidding, right? But here's the thing. Tibbs made some adjustments, right? And the team started playing better. Julius Randle stepped his game up. Jalen Brunson stepped his game up, right? To be expected. But the kids, the Quickleys, the RJs, the Grimeses, man, I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you. This thing is something special. This thing is something special. We have Charlotte. So our next game is Charlotte in the Garden, and I expect Charlotte to come in and lay down. And the Knicks, so that'll be win number 40 for the Knicks. Right? That'll be win number 40 for the Knicks. Right? Billy Goat is in the building. L Train in the building. What's good? Best of the worst. What's good? No. Hey, Hinton, I see it. Nah, it ain't open. It ain't open. Because I know what you about to say. Yo, you might need to open the window before you jump out, right? Yeah, I know. I think I know where you're going. But listen. When you look back at where we were this time last year compared to where we are today, one can only be proud of the progress that you made. Shotgunner in the building. Let me throw the link in the chat. Shotgunner is in the building. Okay. Shotgunner is in the building. Shotgunner says, give Shotgunner his flowers. I was so right about IQ. Okay. Yeah, you were. Touche. You were. And to Mr. Hinton, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Just to Mr. Hinton, hey man. Last week, I saw Tibbs, or I saw Tibbs' opponents, the other coaches, go deep in their bag of tricks to try anything to beat Tibbs, and they lost. I saw Bam Adebayo trying to initiate an offense, and they lost. I saw Jason Tatum last night almost take 23 pointers in a game, and they lost. How many threes did Jason Tatum take last night, y'all? Can anybody know off the top of their head? I'll look it up. But does anybody know how many 3-pointers Jason Tatum took last night? It was comical how Jason Tatum couldn't get by defenders before the late in the game situation when they stopped being physical. Last night, Jason Tatum was 6 for 17 for 3 last night against a Tom Thibodeau defense. Desperation. Marcus Smart, listen, a non-shooter, right? A committed non-shooter. Marcus Smart took 11 threes last night. Marcus Smart took 11 threes last night. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? What that tells me, Shotgunner got specific instruction. No, don't do it like that. You got to send it to. All right, Shotgunner, hold on. Shotgunner got specific instructions, man. All right, here go my man right here. Hold on, let me bring. Here go my man right here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, mean I'm podcasting.
What?
You can see my vision through the podcasting.
Yeah.
But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting.
What?
I'm podcasting,
What?
he's podcasting.
What?
I've been spitting this venom since Karate Flicks. When Mr. Sims was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezy got them blowing tears. Closest
thing to the Reverend means I'm the deacon. Call up Gmo. What? What's good, everybody, man? Beautiful Monday taking place. Don't you see how beautiful it looked with your eyes unattached to this beautiful Monday, following up that Sunday? Shout out to the chat, man. Hope everybody
in your lungs. Yes, sir.
Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody in the greatest form of health. If not, we pray that you get through it. Not, you know what I'm saying? Man, gotta clap, celebrate. Freezy, what's happening, man? You in this mid part of the day, man. 4 minutes after 3 o'clock, man. What's good, man?
I'm chilling, man. You got to be, beginning of the week, you got to be productive, man. Got to get that week off to a good start.
That's right. Always get off to a good start on Monday, man.
Yeah, man.
Take the covers away from your head, man. Monday, I gotta go to work. Damn, forget all that. Be grateful and thankful you got a job, man. Somewhere to go so you can make money, take care of your personal life and situations, man.
Yeah, man. That pay hit right late Thursday night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That pay hits right late Thursday night.
Man,
shout out to Mr. Jonathan, man, making sure me and Miss Mo could be straight.
No doubt, man.
G Money is in the building. What's good, G Monies?
What's cracking, slacking, cool cats? How you guys doing?
Cool,
man. I'm good, man. Fantastic, bro.
Man, happy Monday. Yep.
What's good, G Money? Living. Just enough. Yeah, we talking about G Money, you know what I'm saying? Talking about CB. We talking about this encyclopedia G Money that be on the podcast. What's good, baby?
Thank you. Everything's going well in my soul, man. Everything's going uber duper okay.
Good. Hey, I got something for you, but I want to bring my guy in first. Hold on for a split second. What's good, Shot? Shotgun in the building. What's good?
Shotgunner.
Salute.
What's good?
Boogie was good, man. Salute everybody.
Brother, what's happening, my brother?
Hello, how y'all, man? Beautiful Monday, man.
Yeah, man.
Happy Monday.
Yes.
Knicks is winning, man. The Knicks is winning, man. This is
we
big,
may never
man.
lose again, bro. We may never.
I don't know, man. This is big right here. I ain't gonna lie, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm here to, you know what I mean, get a, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean to piggyback or dwell on old times, but told y'all, Immanuel Quickley, man, was the starting point guard in the NBA, man.
IQ's on a whole lot of IQ, bro. IQ's on a whole lot of IQ.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say, G-Money?
I said IQ showing off IQ in the nog. Man, he was on a Quickly quest last night.
Woo. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I just said it, like when I was arguing with Hardwell a couple months ago, you know what I'm saying? A couple of guys going hard. Like when they say, oh, maybe IQ didn't deserve the point guard position. That was Tibbs' fault. Like I said, I don't see too many players playing Alex Burke after one. I tried to say, man, when you play 23 minutes over a course of the game, I just don't know what more to say, man. You know what I'm saying? I like JB, I like Brunson, but the focus should have been Spider. You know what I'm saying? And then if you peep, Spider has something to say about that game of Immanuel Quickley. He said that he went off, he had a good game. Why is he even caring about that? Why? Why is he caring about Immanuel Quickley?
Team Spider, care about your team on the Cavs. And who knows? We could see him like April 15 or April 16.
Because I think he wanted to play with Immanuel Quickley. That's what I think. I think he wanted. I don't think Brunson was you know what I mean? I like Brunson. Salute to Brunson. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, 120 million should have went to number 5.
Is IQ a good point guard or not, shotgunner?
Oh, so IQ is a efficient point guard. IQ is a defender, plays both end point guard. I want somebody that plays both ends of the floor. That's my only. See, I asked Queen earlier. I said, would you take flashy over consistentness?
When's the last time the Knicks lost?
Against I don't even remember. Against the Sixers.
What day was that?
Let me see.
That was after the All-Star break. I know that. Before
give me some time, please. All right, let me check. It was on a Friday.
December?
It was in February.
No, it wasn't on a Friday. It was on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it was on a Friday. It was February 10th on a Friday. February 10th.
You sure? Yeah. That's the last time they lost?
Yeah, you can check.
February, not because we on a 9-game winning streak, so I will say it has to be December.
Share screen to prove my. You want me to share screen?
No, we good.
Okay,
we good. We good. We good. The reason why I'm asking and even brought that up, man, is because for most of us, we can't even remember when the last time the Knicks lost. This feeling right here is a good feeling. Man, I'm rooting for everybody. Brunson, Quickley, RJ, Randall, Josh Hart, Mitch, everybody balling, bro. Everybody balling, bro. It's a good feeling. We beat New Jersey. We beat Miami. We beat Boston. I mean, no matter who you put in front of us, we proven to everybody that if they don't come in here playing their best game, they gonna get their behind beat.
You'll get that.
Or if we come in your building and you ain't playing your best game,
you gonna get your behind beat.
You'll be like,
damn.
And we could come back too, Uncle Freezy. We could come back from 15 down, 14 down. It don't matter. We coming back.
Right.
Blink of an eye. Yep.
Right. Yeah, man.
What's good, party people?
Yo, what's good, boss?
What's good? What's going on?
What's good? Y'all know who this is. CWC, the math, baby.
In the building.
Woo!
In the building.
Hey, I get tips and flowers, man. He doing a great job, man. You know what I mean? That's all we want him to do, make quick adjustment, rotation, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? We don't want nobody to get fired, but he was being stubborn at the time. So, you know what I mean? I had to drop a dime on him.
Yeah.
So I had to give him his flowers. He's doing a great job. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I ain't
all the players doing a great job on the team. Randall, everybody, Quickley,
Obi,
Josh Hart.
Yep.
Hey, Uncle Freezy, Josh Hart worth for a first round pick. I saw on one of your comments. We ain't lost since we required on Josh Hart. We ain't lost a game yet.
Right. No doubt.
But Uncle Freezy, I don't mean to switch the call. I ain't asking. Hold up. Go ahead. You know we don't ask questions.
Hey, hold on for just a second. Let me do this right. Hold on for a second. Greeny for 100 bands. I'll put a verse on that for you.
Hey, you got it. Shout out to the panel, all these beautiful gentlemen and handsome gentlemen on the panel. How y'all love doing today?
It's amazing how good we look when the Knicks are winning, right?
Yes, sir.
And considering I didn't even watch the game last night, I was in a movie theater watching AEW.
And speaking of movies, that game was a movie last night. Get your popcorn. That game was a big time movie last night.
It was a great game, man. That
They
was a
had
great
drama, anger, happy, sadness, despair. I mean, suspense. Amazing game last night.
Yep. Yeah.
It's
Man,
beautiful how we continue on having stories after stories after stories. This is our best story riddle season in a long period of time because everything happening amongst the team, it actually fits. It fits with what we've been through and where we at today and where we're trying to go. Everything is really fit, man.
Right.
I know. I love it. I love it, man. I just feel like we had a stalemate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not to go down on this greatness that we winning, but I mean, like, what we do when IQ asks for $100 million that he deserves? I don't get it. What we gonna do?
You gonna pay him? Let me bring in Danny. Hold on. Danny
tomorrow. You coming tomorrow? Okay. Adios.
What's good?
Oh, you gotta come to school.
Hey, go ahead, boss. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. J Boogie, you had something, J Boogie?
Nah. What up with Chop Low, yo? Where you been at, man?
Hey, yo, that beat that you brought Danny Landers on, that beat sound like Afro beats. I started doing the shaku when I'm driving.
Yo, but how you doing, man? Where you been at, man?
Comes on.
He always in the car. Always whipping.
Bless, yo, bless.
He's been
God bless
driving.
to see y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, Greeny. So how did it feel, man, to watch your team win 9 in a row by knocking off the Celtics, bro? How you feel about that?
Man, it felt really good just to see them knocking off teams that went to championships in the last 4 years and to keep doing it, to look good, to come out every game still shooting the ball hot. That was the key for me. I've always said it. If the Knicks can come out hitting their threes, they'll be a scary team. And we're starting to see them hit their threes. You can't double team Julius. You can't double team Brunson. And now you can't double team Quickley and all the other people that come. You can't double team now because the kickouts are leading to open threes they're hitting. So that's the difference between the beginning of the season and right now.
Am I jumping out the window by thinking this team can go to the NBA Finals?
No.
Yes.
No. Every team has a chance in the playoffs. When you're in the playoffs, you have a chance to go to the finals.
I'm gonna put it like this: they got the Knicks as odds in the betting book. That might that at least like Boogie said before. At least they're acknowledging it. They're acknowledging the Knicks now. They're not like you said. The respect is starting to kick in now. I think we're tied for 6 right now in odds to come out of the East, and that's in the betting books. That's not just analytics and nothing. That's in the betting books. You know they know something's up.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this about tomorrow night's game. Trap game.
True. Charlotte, yeah.
All right. So what makes that a trap game?
Let's look at it this way. When you look at the Hornets, you see a team on paper that sucks and more or less is going to be locked into a top 5 lotto pick in the draft. But on the other hand, they're also a team that at any given point can come up firing on all cylinders.
It's true.
And we've seen that happen to us quite a few times over the last couple of years with this high.
That's true.
Okay.
They took us to overtime. Don't forget, Freezy, when we had Brunson. And LaMelo didn't play, to Matt's point.
Well, me and Jay Boogie saw the Knicks eat the brakes off them in person.
And I was gonna say,
with the Knicks legit was beating the Hornets so bad that the Hornets fans was at the concession stand.
I had that same issue when I went to the game against them last year. Jay Boogie, you were there along with me, although we were in different areas, right?
Right. Well, see, you know what? This is the situation and the scenario about the trap game. You know, the Knicks have learned a whole lot this season, and that's one of the things that they learn now. As we moving forward, you gotta ask yourself, when was the last time the Knicks blew a game that they was winning? How long has it been?
13 day against Toronto.
Well, technically against Philly, technically.
True.
I'm saying, but how long was that?
February. That was the last time we lost.
Last time we lost.
See, sometimes you gotta really go through something until you really get it.
Right.
And that game right there might have been the game that allowed them to get it. We're not laying down no more. If you're gonna beat us, you're gonna have to beat us. We're not going to.
What was that date again?
February 10th.
February 10th. So today, right now, is March 6th. We almost went a month without losing a basketball game.
Crazy.
That's a month. Am I not bugging?
You're right.
It's March 6th right now. That was the last time we lost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a lot of upside to this team, man. It's a lot of upside.
Yeah. And in that game, too, I want to point out something, and it may seem like it's maybe not a factor, but we didn't have Josh Hart or Mitch Robinson.
True.
And so what I'm going to say is no team is going to be 100% healthy all year. But since we found our mix, like what Jay Boogie was alluding to, since we found our mojo, since we found that right chemistry, ain't nobody beat us yet.
Oh, Mitch did play in the overtime game. Mitch did play in an overtime game.
He did, yeah. Against who? Against the Clippers?
No, against the Hornets. So Mitch had 9 points and 8 boards against the Hornets. Remember, we won that game by 3 when PJ Washington's foot was on the line. Yeah.
What month? That was like November.
It was
October, actually.
Was it like October?
It was in October, yeah.
Yeah, that was Cam Reddish was still playing.
Yeah, it was October 26th, in fact. Yeah.
We had just traded Kevin Knox. What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm talking about I think it was December. It might have been December. I don't know, man. We be going to all these games, man. I know for a fact me and Rob the Knick, because Rob the Knick was sitting next to me talking my ear off about how things ain't old school like they should be. You know what I'm saying? And Allen Houston was chopping it up with Jay Boogie. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it for a fact the Knicks was beating the Hornets so bad that the Knicks brass was talking to Jay Boogie during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that ain't telling you that Charlotte ain't standing a chance, bro, on their own floor, I mean, Jay Boogie, is that not the game that's the game
that's the
G-Money, G-Money, the game they was getting beat so bad, I was talking to Del Curry in the stands, bro.
Yeah, I remember that. And a Hornets announced a broadcaster, yeah.
Yeah. Then we was beating, bro. We was beating them so, man, we was beating them so bad. I think I got some video of it, but we were beating them so bad that they came to put Julius back in the game, and Julius had all his warm-ups and stuff. And he's like, man, just let him rock.
Right. But I think what
and now LaMelo was out.
True.
Just to push back on what Matt said, I don't think this is a trap game at all. I think the Knicks are locked in. I think Tibbs is coming in delivering a perfect message to these guys, letting them know, like, listen, the season is in your hands. You can go get this 4th seed, or you could be fighting for the 6th seed.
Even for third, right? Try to get third.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever it is, try to get number 1. That should be the goal, realistically. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't think the Knicks is just gonna fall into any trash right now. They've never been a team that gets their head blown up by winning too much. So I don't see this being a trap game.
But then again, the reason be for that, we haven't won a lot in the last 2 decades.
Right.
Tell me about it. But that's true. I think we'll beat the Hornets. I mean, Freeze, we're not saying we're going to lose to the Hornets. I think we'll beat the Hornets, but consider the fact that I know the Hornets are trash. They're a bad team, but they have beaten some good teams. They have been like the Warriors. They have being some good teams, though. You never know how a game could turn out. Though. You never know. I mean, remember, they didn't have LaMelo, the one in New York, and Terry Rozier didn't play that night, and they took us to overtime. Consider that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I think we need to rest Randall for the Hornets. What y'all think? I think we need to rest some of our players for the Hornets. Because I think our bench players could beat the Hornets.
Nah, let's play Randall. Rest Brunson to play Randall.
Yeah. See, if you rest Brunson, if you rest Brunson, that means Brunson has like 6 days in a row.
But you don't want to get Randall hurt either.
No. But you don't want to get no NBA player wants to get hurt, man. I agree with you.
True.
On that, but at the same time, Randall stays healthy by playing, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't often see Randall miss time or take a game off. So.
I'd rather Mitchell. I mean, I'd rather Randall
from
play.
Starbucks too, and it gave me like bad gas.
I'd rather Randall play so he don't like get out of his funk because he's hot right now. Heat check alert every first quarter. And I would give Brunson some time to rest. He's been playing through a lot of injuries this season, so I would give Brunson some time to sit down.
I'm just saying, this could be a trap. This game is, in my opinion, a trap game. Is because after this, we got 4 on a road that, on paper, would seem like murderer's row. Sacramento, who's having a bounce back of a season. Then you go
the Clippers.
Then it's LA back-to-back, Clippers, and then Lakers, and then you're off to Portland.
G Money, I'm gonna say this to you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
None of those teams even make me even flinch. Yeah, I ain't worried about the Lakers without LeBron.
I can agree with that.
I ain't worried about the Clippers. The Clippers beat us in overtime because Nicholas Batum hit a Hail Mary at the buzzer.
Good point.
When they played us in the Garden.
That was a chuck. Yeah.
That was.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have Josh Hart.
True.
Right.
And the Blazers beat us the same way without Hart too.
And also didn't have Dame that night neither. The Blazers, yeah.
Right.
I don't even think it's the teams. I think the jet lag is going to catch up with the Knicks.
I think it's the schedule. Because right now we've won 9 in a row. If we beat all 5 of them teams, that means we probably won 14
in a row. Yeah. And then we have Denver when we come back home.
I was gonna say, do you think we can get the 50 burger or nah?
I mean, of course I think we could and we will. We could.
I think we're gonna win 53 games.
I don't have us winning more than 48 in my head, just to be fair.
Possible. I say around like 51-ish for me.
I think there's like
so what's the math look like? What's the math look like on that, G Money?
Well, New York is 39 and 27. So for
11 wins.
That's 66. That's 66 games. So
66 games and then 16 more games. Yeah, 16. Yeah.
Right. So with 16 games left, in order for us to get to 50, we'd have to go 11 and 5
at least, and it's pretty doable too. Yeah.
Right. So we have to go 11 and 5, right?
Yeah.
And of those teams that I see on the schedule, no one team strikes fear in any of us up here. I mean, are we afraid of Denver in the Garden? I don't think so.
No.
I mean, Denver is a mediocre team on the road. I mean, they're a great team overall. They're a mediocre team on the road. Yeah.
Right.
And again, that mediocrity could cost Denver and the Nuggets in the playoffs.
Good point. And another thing, not to talk about the Hornets again, but Gerald did make a good point. The Hornets did beat the Bucks too in Milwaukee. Consider that. I mean, they're not a good team
50.
In Milwaukee.
I think the Hornets in the last 10 games over the whole NBA is like defensive rank number 4, I think, in the whole NBA. But the Knicks are like number 2 in offense in the last 10.
True. Right. So we had to go like 11 and sorry, my phone was ringing. Excuse me.
No worries. But what I'm saying to y'all is these teams that I see on the schedule, I understand what their logo looks like. I understand who they are as a team, but none of these teams that I'm looking at are better than Boston. And we just beat Boston twice in 1 week.
And none of them are better than Milwaukee. That's probably the only team, if we get to the postseason, that is a threat to us at this point.
Right. And so when we say Charlotte, Sacramento, the Clippers, man, Denver, Miami, none of these teams are better than Boston. And we just beat Boston last night on their own floor.
And we took 3 out of 4 from them.
Yes. So I don't even know. I don't know where nervousness would even come from. What you think, Jay Boogie? How confident are you against the teams? I'm not asking you if you think the Knicks are going to go undefeated the rest of the way. But I'm saying in the individual matchup with the rest of these teams, how confident are you that the Knicks will make a good showing for themselves against every team?
Man, I'm so confident in the team right now. It's crazy. You know, they got a lot of love, a lot of togetherness, a lot of willing, you know what I'm saying, on that team to play for one another and play for each other. Did you see that long hug that, Brunson gave Julius at the end of that game? That was a hug that was saying a lot of things.
Yep.
Way to handle your business. That's one thing. Another thing was, I'm glad you really knocked down a big time shot, because people was running off like you can't make a big time shot. Another thing was like, way to handle cover up for me, man. I mean, so much is going on with the team right now that you gotta appreciate it. I know we running right. You got a personal date with Sacramento. Personal. This is a personal date. And right now we on our personal date schedules, the Knicks been standing up. The night before the player of the month went in, Stupid A. Smith was on TV talking about this guy Devon White he should be February's player of the month. The dude from Boston, the same dude that was playing that dude. Brunson heard that. Okay, I'm gonna give these guys just 30 in this first half, and then y'all can go ahead and send the bets and the votes in for tomorrow. And it was announced player of the month. Last night was another situation we was looking for. You think IQ didn't really come to that game looking for Malcolm, but he didn't show up? You ain't show up? Stay on your bench and watch this performance, because I'm trying to make a name for myself as 6th man of the year. Yep. Now here comes another situation. And we know how good of a season Sacramento playing and all that, but guess what? We already don't bust you. And right now, we get this sweep on you. We got big ups over you as far as coach of the year. Yeah. So Thomas get ready to have these guys tuned up, ready to go. They want to see Sacramento. They want to go in there with no L's and have a chance to make a statement for their coach for coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? All
also
that
on TNT too.
Huh?
It's also on TNT too.
Oh yeah, that's You got a lot going on, man. I'm real confident, man. I'm confident about our team. I'm confident that they're going to show up. I'm confident that if you beat us, we're not going to have another one of them like early in the season go to Brooklyn and games and not show up. You're going to have to beat us, and it's going to have to be on your floor. I can say that now because wasn't too long ago we were saying we couldn't win at the house. We way above 500 at the house. We way above 500 on the road. We way above 500 all the way around with with our record, period. You have to beat the Knicks. You have to beat them now.
All right, let me bring my guy in. Hold on, y'all.
Bring him in.
Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. What's good, y'all?
Yo,
just pulling up, tapping in with the fellas. You know what I'm saying?
What's good, boss man?
What's going on?
Everything good. The Knicks, that's what's good. Besides that, I can't complain. Freeze, you already know.
Yep.
Salute to the chat, everybody. Bull.
Immanuel Quickley is a
Annie.
point guard, bro.
Yo. He
could.
was good.
Scoring guard.
Yeah.
I think it's
God.
like at this point, a lot of guys' games is rising at the right time.
Yep.
You know, it takes a lot for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So and I just hope it continue to rise that way. So from here, this could be our stepping stone to really catapult to where this could lead us to. And you know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling, you know, and I've been kind of like hesitant and trying to pump my brakes and taking my time on my assessment, even giving new grades. Like we talked about it last time. But after the Boston win, now I feel like they could be anybody. They just got to really keep playing the same way. I heard what you were saying about the team names, and I think that means a lot. I spoke about that on my last show on even if it's not the playoffs, that if you watching basketball, you see that basketball already went up another level because people are preparing. Ever since they put the playing in, teams have elevated their games toward this time of the season. So you want to give the Knicks more credit because they elevated their game as well. And this could carry on over into the playoffs and upset some teams.
Do you think Julius Randle has another level that he can get to?
Well, I think Julius Randle could just stay at this level right here. This is such a high level for him.
No, that's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you, though. I asked you if there's another level that you think.
Not to interrupt y'all, but my sources told me that Julius got player of the week.
What?
Nice.
Look, like for instance, if I ever
it's like you try to
Hardwell,
answer it for me.
Nah,
saying,
it's like if I ever get Hardwell or Jay Boogie on a basketball court, you know what I'm saying? I'll show them one level and beat them by 8, right? But if they like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to hit me with a hezzy or cross, then I'll go ahead and beat them by 10 because I can get to another level. I'm asking, is Julius Randle at his ceiling?
No, that's what I was getting to. I was gonna say that to me, this is either the best or the closest I've seen to the best version of Julius Randle. And I feel like that's why I started out saying if he could continue playing like this for me, that's great. Can he now? This is the way to answer your question. When he gets to the playoffs, to continue this, that's actually rising your game again, because he never really had a playoff run like he's doing now. So
it's
true. Do that in the playoffs. That would answer your question.
Happened to him against Atlanta a couple of years ago.
It will answer it in real time, Freezy, instead of anybody else saying they think he could. He'll answer that question himself. And I think that's what he's doing now. He's answering a lot of questions through his gameplay. So, you know, all of us here, we speculate what we think and so on. But when he go on and do it, then either he didn't or he did. If he could carry on what he's doing now in the playoffs, that's a whole nother conversation. So hopefully that answers what you was trying to, because you do got to elevate more to continue this. I think it would take a lot because the energy, perspective, all of that stuff. I heard G Money even saying they got to watch how much they playing them. I think that's important as well, just to keep them fresh. Because when you playing this well, if you rest your body, ball players know you will really go crazy, because a fresh body with this type of level of play being played is a scary combination.
It's true.
You get what I mean? But
It's
when
true.
you tired and you just playing, because Julius is playing on high adrenaline and something to prove.
Yep.
So it's like sometimes you gotta be careful and know when to rest it and know when to, you know what I'm saying? Like I heard somebody say something about Charlotte and certain teams, especially how we won without Brunson. So I don't know. If not play him, don't sit him, just think about we're gonna need him to do this in the playoffs and maybe give his body a rest.
I agree. All right, don't over
a little bit.
Mix and match. You're saying mix and match. You're saying
however Tibbs figure it out. I'm just giving a perspective on. I think he may need a little bit, like you said, G Money. He's doing a lot, man, and he's really tired. I seen him in the timeout sit down. He was doing his breathing the way he do. So
I want to ask a question. Should we keep, in regards to playoff positioning, should we keep an eye on tonight's Celtics-Cavs game or not?
Oh, yes, we should. New York is only a game behind Cleveland. Yeah, we should. No Tim, and we should keep an eye out for Boston and Cleveland. Because New York is only 1 game behind Cleveland. Yeah, for 4.
Well, there is now. Tatum and Horford did play last night, right?
Yeah, they played. Yeah.
Then why is it I'm seeing that this is saying that Horford's out with a back issue and Tatum blew his knee out again?
I don't know if they're really hurt, man. I don't know if they're really hurt.
FanDuel got to make their money.
I don't think they're really hurt. I think they could sit him out because it's a back-to-back, and if it's a double overtime game. It was a double overtime. That's probably why they sent him out.
And does Donovan Mitchell still have that finger issue, from what I understand?
I don't think so. I think he's gonna play it, but I don't think so.
It was listed as a game time decision anyway.
Good point.
Okay. And Cleveland mind frame, anybody that walks inside they building, they shooting up. You know,
I also have
right now they're at the time where they know who breathing down their back, and they don't want things to continue on going on the way that they're going, and Cleveland wind up opening up that first round in the Garden. They don't want that, so they're gonna have to take advantage of last night game. Well, one thing about last night game, and I want to say this because we haven't spoke upon this at all this season. That is the shapeness of the New York Knicks. Last night, even though down our best player, it showed that we were in better shape than the Boston Celtics. Guys was missing layups, badly shots. Once their body got tired, wounded,
getting blocked by the rim,
not being able to finish. And you could just see from Quickley when he come out there in that second overtime, like, yo, I got another energy level right now. You know what I'm saying? You knew Julius wasn't coming out that game, period. You know RJ wasn't coming out that game. Whether they could score or not, they continue on doing certain things on the court. So I just say that to say, all them times when Tom was putting all them extra minutes on guys and they weren't coming out and they was playing too long. Last night, it had a chance to show and represent that it really paid off. And teams cannot stand. That was 6 quarters? That was 58 minutes of ball playing. Quickley played 55. Who knows what Julius played because he played so much and done so much, it overshadowed a lot of things that other guys had done. But that's on Boston.
Yeah,
if they can't wake up and rock out on a back-to-back, that's on them. But yeah, we tuning in. But I really look for Cleveland to smash them dudes tonight.
Yep. And Jay Boogie, to your point too. Another thing, Jay Boogie with another excellent point, bro. Cleveland is gonna try to go full throttle the rest of the way because Cleveland is the team that was in this position last year.
That's true.
That faded down the stretch
That's true.
and wind up getting a bad first round matchup and getting beat in the first round.
Right.
They got into the play and they got knocked out by.
And then knocked out by the Nets and the Hawks. They missed the playoffs.
Yep. So you can't. Cleveland ain't gonna risk that again this year. So you know they are coming to play.
I think the biggest issue right now is they.
Thank you.
In my opinion, the Cavaliers may have gone overboard again with putting their eggs in one basket, thinking that Donovan is the answer they need. I mean, they did this twice with LeBron, so you can understand my viewpoint with this.
Good point.
Point of putting your eggs in one basket. And that basket is Donovan Mitchell. He can't carry a team on his back on his own.
Agreed.
I mean, and sure, he has pieces like Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, and what.
No, Sexton's on the Jazz.
On the Jazz, yeah.
He got traded.
Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Dean Wade, Ricky Rubio.
Okoro, don't forget Okoro.
LeVert,
Karis
LeVert.
Yeah.
Rubio. Robin Lopez from Nick.
Man, they got a bunch of trash. I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna go because the panel is on fire. A lot of people seem like they want to get in, so I want to make a space. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this one thing about the Cleveland Cavaliers, and this is what I look. We know they got a certified all-star in Donovan Mitchell. We know that. But outside of Donovan Mitchell, y'all tell me honestly, do you think Cleveland Cavaliers really have an all-star team without that all-star game being played in Cleveland last year?
Nope.
Salute. 3 capital S's. Y'all, man, have a great Monday, man. Got to go continue on celebrating my birthday with my little girl. She turned 5 today. I'm so happy today. You know what I'm saying?
Happy
She
birthday.
turned the same number 5 is the same
Happy
jersey
birthday,
Quickley
my
had on
niece.
5. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to open
Big Bird strong, baby.
Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it, man. Y'all continue on have a blessed day, man. I'll be listening, but
Tell her how Will said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, she'll be on your show later on talking about where the cash at.
All right, I got the cash out. Tell her Uncle got her. You know Uncle gonna cash out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt, man. Y'all keep rocking, man. Keep rocking, man.
You already.
Another G Money McNugget I want to throw out there. Did you know the Cavs are only 3 games from dropping to 6? It's a possibility that New York and Brooklyn can meet in the first round.
Right.
But still, with that kind of foundation around Mitchell, can he do much with it? Not really. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. At best, I think the Cavs ceiling at best is maybe the second round. That's it.
Ain't y'all glad we didn't give up all our pieces for that one piece?
That's
Yes,
true.
sir.
Just to be in the same or lower or better position than they are.
I would say they would have been. I mean, if we'd done that, we'd been probably in a worse position because Mitchell may have a bit of an ego issue.
And who would he been playing with?
Nobody.
If we gave up Mitch,
Really, just Randall,
RJ.
Randall, RJ, Mitch, Brunson, and pretty much Ihart and a bunch of Sims and a bunch of trash.
Yeah.
So shout out to
Nobody
call
before
him
the season started
Black.
would have thought the Knicks would be
So for as much
making
flack
a solid
Yeah,
decision.
guys, one at a time.
So for as much flack as we gave the front office for not getting Mitchell, I'm actually glad we didn't get him in this situation.
For sure.
Yeah, at this point, I agree. I love Spider Mitch, but if we need to give up a whole bunch of depth, that'll dominate a lot, though.
I wanted to ask the whole.
You know,
panel the
Mitchell's
question.
taken away from Darius Garland and probably from the other players on the team. That's that could be a great asset.
Mobley and Allen, huh? They don't touch the ball.
Yeah.
as much.
That's what I've seen for me. So imagine here with Mitch. With Randall. It might have been a conflict of interest. You know what I mean? But
Hey,
I'm glad we did it. Yeah. Randy.
I just wanted to ask the panel a question.
We got suckered by this once before. The Melo trade as case in point.
Yes, good point.
To me, I'm 50-50 on the Melo trade. To me, I'm 50-50. I understand the idea not to trade for Melo, but you also need to consider this, though. Who's to say that if we didn't trade for Melo, Melo would have came? He could have changed his mind. Who knows? He could have changed his mind that summer of 2011. I know. I mean, you gotta at least think about that. So,
all right, hold on. Before y'all go there, before things get weird, right?
Yeah,
This Melo trade.
I don't mind the trade.
Before things get all crazy, I'm gonna show you what we got in the Melo trade and what we gave up.
Oh, Freezy, I'm glad you had that because we gave up Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari, Mozgov, and the only person that did anything out of that list was Mozgov because he played with the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Raymond Felton before we traded him for Melo though. He was balling with us with that
early Felton,
before he got heavy.
And remember, Wilson Chandler, he was balling too with David Lee. That squad, they was balling. He was getting better.
So we got 2 bona fide Hall of Famers, and they got Wilson Chandler, Mozgov, and Gallinari.
Facts.
And Doug McDermott.
Guys who sucked in the playoffs. Miles got a 1 good playoff run in 2015.
And Chauncey Billups is a champion, so and a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, relax, bro. The Melo trade, relax, easy.
Could have gone about this another way.
That was a media narrative, Unc. They push that and people believe it because they don't know no better. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just think we could have done that trade a little better. Like, wait until the end of the year, and then probably get mellow by getting rid of Mozgov and a few other pieces in a cap dump, in a trade that would have resulted in a
But
cap.
G Money said it already.
We don't know if that would have happened. Maybe they want to trade with
Right, he could have changed his mind.
But that
he could have changed his mind.
Oh, that's not the point that I was making. The point that I'm making is to compare a potential Donovan Mitchell trade to that Carmelo Anthony trade is maybe going a little bit overboard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because we would have got nothing back, like you said, a Hall of Famer and guys like that. We would have just cut out the whole team for him, right?
Yeah, because that trade there was mostly players, and we would have done a deal that would have been mostly draft picks.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and plus two, no disrespect to the Knicks or Donovan Mitchell, but the Cavs traded for Donovan Mitchell, and they have a better record than the Knicks.
It's true.
So to say that the Cavs don't really have nothing, and Donovan Mitchell might do such and such and such, I'm just saying, man. I'm just gonna have.
Nobody had us one game.
No, but we like 2 games. We like 2-1 games behind them. They could still lose 2 games, and we can slot up in the 4th spot.
Yeah. One thing,
right?
I can say,
But Choplo, it took 2 8-game winning streaks to get here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How often does a team have 2 8-game winning streaks in one season?
Not even a 9-game win streak, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I respect them. You know what I'm saying? Do I think they're gonna beat us in the playoffs? No. I'm confident we'll beat them in the playoffs, man.
They better not. They better not.
I'm not gonna knock they hustle though, because they've been a good team all year. Cash, what's good, man?
True, and the Cavs could get free.
What's good with you, Cash, man? You ain't been around, man.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, you been Ferrari? You been Ferrari shopping?
I've been in the background, man.
Yeah. They told me you've been Ferrari shopping.
Been Ferrari shopping? Yeah, right.
Them boys be like, man, you know, Cash ain't got no time for us, man. He out here Ferrari shopping. Ferrari price is driving him crazy.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't like that, brother? Man. Well, what we see is the Nick Nation, we didn't see the vision of the front office and what they were trying to accomplish and what we have done. I think the key acquisition, obviously, was Jalen Brunson. He's the one that brought steadfastness. He's brought cohesion. He's brought continuity to the team. Obviously, that acquisition is the key to helping us to be where we're at to this day. You know, the influence he has. The Josh Hart deal was beautiful. Now, where do I see us going from here? Can we beat Cleveland? As everyone said, no doubt. And if we do beat Cleveland, that's a testament to the front office and the belief in the players that we do have, that yes, even though we didn't get Donovan Mitchell, look at what we're able to accomplish, and look at how bright the future is going forward for us as a team. That we could really at that point start really talking about winning the chip. I mean, obviously there's going to be probably some tweaking to do going forward, but for the most part, we right where we're supposed to be in year 3 of the rebuild. If you think about where we were a couple years ago, we know where we were. We don't even have to talk about it.
A good team. You know what I think? I think we had so much bad luck that by not getting Spider worked out in our favor, kind of like to have more chance to see. And if we do decent with these players, we could attract better more talent in reference to have to spend too much on Spider and negotiate better. And I think now that our players are playing the way they playing, they value went up as well. And that was a problem that we always had before in my eyes. So I feel like now it's just better table set. It's better negotiating process. And like you said, if I gave them another grade, Cash, in reference to what I felt about the front office, because now how the players are playing, you could say that's what their plan was. Their plan was for this to happen, even though it had to play out on the court. So now we sit where we are, and I think this is a great table set that they set. It's a great table, and the players got a chance to prove themselves even more in the playoffs.
Yeah. And even the contract situation is not bad. We talked about the contracts like, oh, Brunson got too much. Oh, RJ. And now when we look at, how these contracts are flowing, it's these contracts are still movable, man, in comparison to what other guys are getting.
Get movable, it's a steal.
Example, look, I give you a case in point. I hate to be Memphis right now. Look what they invested in John Moran. Look what's going down with him. Possibly.
It's a holiday.
If Brunson make all-team NBA, if Brunson make all-team NBA or Randall, that already put their salary in a way different salary bracket. You know what I'm saying? So for them to pay them that was a discount, because the way they balling, it goes by according to what they show. So at this rate, they got them at a steal. That was part of the reason why I gave them a better grade, because like I said, you can't do it if the play is not shown on the floor. What they predicted to happen didn't show up right away. So in the reassessment, the players had to learn and get more acquainted with each other. Like you said, Josh Hart, certain things they added was really important. He brings more intangibles, and I think other players get to see the simple plays instead of forcing plays, and sharing the ball more is helping the team a lot. So Josh Hart brings that in the mix for sure. But those two things with the contracts with Randall and Brunson is crazy.
Yeah, it's a maturation process, man. We all go through that in life, and it's just happening with the Knicks, and it just looks beautiful how it's all coming together. Now, in the immediate future, man, I want us to pound Charlotte, man. I don't want the letdown to be Charlotte.
Agreed. I want us to win with a blank, but
I don't want it to be Charlotte. So if we beat Charlotte and go out on this West Coast trip, and keeping it real, we're probably gonna end up maybe losing a couple. I mean, the Clippers.
I say 3-1. I say we go 3-1.
Beating Boston says it all. There's nothing that we could do. We beat Boston like that. Boston ain't want to lose that game. So and like Randall said before too, any night anybody could lose. And you see in the league, we always been in games. It's just now we finally closing games and finishing better, hitting our free throws at the end. We fixed a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now that we in those games, like we always been in those games, rather, right? We closing games out now. So it's like that's the key point that is going to make the difference in what we doing. And we got a lot of points to prove. IQ gotta earn his money. You know what I'm saying? He's playing to get paid. He gonna get a bag. So it's a lot of stuff that's going to work out in our favor, and another good point is with the Spider situation, right? And like I brought up luck, we had so much bad luck that when we thought we missed something, we didn't miss nothing, because it wasn't time for that move to go through for us. You know what I mean? Because I don't think it would have worked out the same way with Spider. We would have gave up most of these assets that's helping us right now, and we having a better chance to build assets to make an even better move. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to be able to keep and pay everybody. You know what I mean? So,
and things happen for a reason. So,
and we had that bad luck. Now it's time to go in our direction. Now, a lot of teams had good luck for all these years. Just think about that. Now it's our turn to get luck. Just think about even with the Dallas pick. You know what I mean? That's going to go our way too. A lot of luck is going to go our way now. You know what I mean? Because I feel that way because I didn't predict a lot of this. I didn't see it happening this early. Even my nephew was playing 2K and I'm listening to the game and they like the Knicks lost to Boston. Like, right? And I'm like, we beat Boston. That's crazy. So it's like the game's even programmed and people expect us not to be winning because of the predictions and where we were. But when you see things looking strange and we winning these games, you better make a reassessment and think, no, it is possible. It is. That's just my take though on it. I went from saying I'm pumping my brakes, but now from what they did against Boston, it is possible because they creating more and more confidence for themselves. And I feel like this energy could carry over to the playoffs. The rest of the schedule is not weak, but it's not hard comparing to what we just did.
Will, I'm going to pass this to Greeny, but I want to just say this real quick, man.
Yes.
I know that as a Knicks fan, we not really getting ready to give a level of respect to the Clippers and the Sacramento Kings. Is that what we're doing? The Clippers?
Yo, the Clippers are horrible right now. They picked up Westbrook, and they look bad right now, bro. Like you could just leave Westbrook open.
Yeah, it took Kawhi and PG to take over the fourth to barely beat.
Nah. I don't want to hear it. They lost again recently. No. They won. No, they won their last game. But this is my point, like what Freezy's saying.
Yeah.
Teams got to worry about us.
Right.
Pay attention to what's the narrative. When you see ESPN and the main channels changing their narrative, that's for a reason. They don't want to be too far behind the curve. They're already changing their narrative, bro. Right. And remember what we did to all media. We shunned them out. Feel me? So they doing this right now because they have to. We are what is the talk about, even though we always lit because of us. But at the end of the day, right now, it's more than just us. We really making noise. You see what I'm saying? So with the Clippers and all of them, they got issues. We don't got issues right now. That's another time when we had issues like that, then we can have that conversation. We not in that same situation right now. Knicks fans got to wake up. This is not the same situation we've been in. Can we still lose games? Yes, but we haven't been like this in a long time. We haven't been having this
drama-free
and
having
a fighting chance like this in a long time. That's all I'm saying. So I don't care about the Clippers. Like Boogie said, I don't care about Cleveland. You just seen we did the Boston.
Right.
Don't say this ain't the playoffs because everybody playing for playoffs right now for seeding. So it already stepped up another level. That's my last point, Freeze, on that.
Right. No doubt. Greeny, I want to ask
I think
you
you're
this,
right, man, because we're in a position now where we control the narrative as opposed to the narrative being dictated to us, because the media, the national media always hated the Knicks. So now we're in a position that they have to give us our due respect, as Hartwell, made reference to. And so now we're in a position where we need to control the narrative. And like he said, teams gotta come to us now, as opposed to, here these old sorry Knicks again. No, it ain't like that anymore. The narrative has changed. So we living in a different world.
It's
now.
real.
Hey,
real.
Let me jump all the way out the window for y'all. I want to jump
3 or
all
4
the way
players
out the window,
who could easily get 20.
Wait. Should I hold you? Should I hold you before you jump? Or let you go?
Just make sure ain't nobody. Make sure ain't nobody on. You know what I'm saying, in front of the landing. You know what I'm saying? I personally think Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson have another level that they're going to get to before the playoffs start. I think you're probably going to see it in about 5 to 10 days, and the reason why I say that is not because I just like Randall or I just like Brunson. I've been doing a deep dive with the Knicks analytics, and the Knicks offense has slowly climbed from 17 to 11. Right now, their offensive efficiency since the day they benched Cam Reddish is at 5. Right, and I'm saying, the more they play together as a unit, the better they'll play together. Remember, this is Jalen Brunson's first year with the Knicks. This is not like his second or third year with the Knicks, right? He's only played about 60 games with us, right? So I'm thinking Jalen Brunson is going to get better the more he plays with us. And a benefactor of having a balanced floor is Julius Randle. Right, so I'm thinking that I think there's another level that both of these cats can get to. I don't know what level that is, right? But what I'm saying is if you thought Randall looked good last night, I think there is another level, a higher level Randall can get to. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of Brunson, Hart, RJ, and all those guys having more chemistry and synergy, and they're getting the chance.
Chemistry is growing though, Freezy.
Right?
That's confidence now in your teammate is key.
Right,
and even things that I seen before, it started to change more because I think players started to buy more.
RJ passing.
That's what I'm talking about. RJ. I didn't want to say his name, but RJ, because look, players was looking. I was talking about this. You probably heard me looking the other way of the side of the floor he was because he wasn't moving the ball. So he started to move it. And basically what happens is when the team is winning and you not in that, they take you out and you ain't in at the end of the game and stuff like that. But you do to RJ, you got to learn how to help the team. And that's what he's starting to do. So now he's getting the ball, he passing the ball more. So what happens is the environment, like Freezy talking about, is changed now. So now that him being on the floors, it won't be like a liability as much as it was, because that fast ball movement there, he can make a shot, and it's better that way, not just, oh no, move it over here. It leaves us unbalanced. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things from teamwork, ball movement, is making us look a lot better. Guys are stopping guys from blowing right by them as much as they used to. So Mitch don't got to stop the ball as much, even though that help defense is always there. They perfected the defense. They have a help defense, but they're rotating for back to the guy who helped. Somebody's rotating back, which we always ask them to do. They're doing it much better. So it's a lot of things that I see they doing. And I think, like Freezy saying, it's because of the chemistry and everything is building in the right direction.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yo, Adam, what's good, boss?
Yo, what's cracking, slacking?
What's good, boss? What's good, everyone?
Salute.
In the chat. Salute to everyone.
Ain't nothing, man. We here chopping it up. I was talking about Randall and Brunson getting to another level, and what I wanted to do, and the reason I wanted to bring it to Greeny is that I asked Hardwell first, and it was like not in a selfish way. I asked Hardwell because Hardwell played basketball at a high level. Right, you know, in respect to everybody else, I'm not questioning anybody else's basketball IQ, but I know Hardwell played basketball at a high level, and he's around a high level of basketball. So I was asking him, based on like the system that he sees the Knicks in. We already know what the Knicks are going to run. They're going to run read and react. They're going to call for the high ball screen and roll. If nothing is there in either of those sets, they're going to give it to somebody to ISO, whether it was Randall, who gets a mismatch through a rub screen, or Jalen Brunson, who takes advantage of the mismatch through that same rub screen that has a big guarding him. Mm-hmm. We already know what the Knicks are going to run, but our efficiency, it seems like it's coming from the secondary and tertiary actions, like when they pass the ball to RJ Barrett, instead of RJ Barrett going to the a rim like a bowling ball in bowling pins. It looks like now he's looking to kick those passes out. And a thing that we noticed in the Miami game was not Immanuel Quickley. I'm sorry. Quentin Grimes is noticing when the double team is going towards Randall. So he is relocating based off where the guy goes, and Randall has confidence that Grimes is going to be there. So right. I think Grimes got like 5 or 6 looks at the rim. I think he took like 3 3-pointers, but he got some looks at the rim, and it makes me think in this offense now, everybody feels like their role is important. So now you get everybody's playing D,
doing more stuff.
Yeah, that's what
getting involved.
You know why it's more trees? Because now if they in the game, they making shots. It's harder to double. Because it's harder to leave your man that's making shots. Because now, if Randall can't be held in a one-on-one, neither can Brunson. So and I always used to preach this. The key was to get your teammates involved. If you really built like that, you still gonna get your 30. Randall or Brunson. The game is long. You see what I'm saying? Get those guys involved, because it does more aspects to the game than just, you know, a pass. You know what I mean? You keeping the double away, you keeping your teammates playing more defense. Sort of like what you saying, Freezy. It ignited everybody. You know, and I was
the
begging
reason why
for
I
it
asked
before.
about the higher level thing, Will, is not you know, can they take their game to a next level? Not by scoring more points. I think anybody in this league can score. But the point that I was getting at is can you elevate the play of your teammates? Can Randall get to a point and Brunson get to a point where they can make their teammates around them better?
They already did. They already did. But the key is what Tibbs was doing, and we asked for this too, plugging them in early, plugging them in, giving them an opportunity, like how we asked for Obi to get an opportunity just to prepare them for the playoffs. And that gives the guys who scoring and doing good more confidence in those guys when they're on the floor. Like, for instance, now when the bench come in and the starters are sitting there and we playing really well now. You see what I'm saying? That's what we need to let those guys get a decent rest, because sometimes they don't need to go back in to always get us the win. And that's what we was used to seeing. Having to put Randall right back in, having to put Brunson right back in. That's not getting players prepared for the playoffs the right way. So it's credit to Tibbs in that situation, but it was more through where we came from in a dilemma to figuring it out, getting it together, playing everybody like we did. And that's where we are now. And to me, it looks good. You know what I'm saying? But it's the chemistry, Freeze. That's the key part. Believing in your teammates, man. You got to do that. You can't win by yourself. Even the best players. When Tatum was yesterday in that game, the key shots, he threw it to Horford both times. When Horford tied the game, and then he threw it to Horford again for the win the game. And that was a good play. Yeah, that was a good play, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's just giving him a little bit of credit. Even though we beat them, he knows how to play that way. So in what you're asking in reference about Brunson and Randall, that's the part of the game that they got to figure out.
Right. What about everybody else? Oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Here's my question. Going back to what we were talking about an hour ago, can Randall get that cohesion in the postseason? I don't know if he can. You remember 2 years ago, we put a lot of the burden on his back against Atlanta, and he ended up getting over. And when Tibbs switched the lineup to have Rose in at the starting guard instead of Peyton, that ended up overtaxing the lineup when the Hawks adjusted properly to it. And Randall was getting smothered defensively on every aspect. Every shot he couldn't hit. He couldn't get the ball off in time. He had to pass it up. And it was basically frustrating for him, was it not?
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, but it's
I'm glad you brought that up. The reason why I'm glad you brought that up is because the cats that were on that team sucked, and they gone.
Most of them,
right?
Anyway.
Reggie Bullock. We were live. Greeny, were you with us in Atlanta? Did you go? Were you with us in Atlanta? Oh, okay. So we watched them in Atlanta, bro. That roster was good. Bro, we were depending on Nerlens Noel, who just got brought out, cut, basically.
Who couldn't even catch a ball.
Taj Gibson, Reggie Bullock, Alec Burks. These dudes, these journeyman dudes, were all in the rotation for Tibbs. And now all of them are gone. And Derrick Rose, who's still here, is not even getting burned.
The key piece is Brunson. That changes that narrative.
Yeah,
because when you got somebody like that could score the ball and create problems to somebody paint.
Hey, let me.
We didn't have nobody that could go back at Trae Young the way he could.
Nah, them dudes. That team was lucky. Let me bring in Corey.
Yeah,
hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
What's good, boss?
Yo, salute. Yo, that was a dope beat.
Salute.
My man Harwood, what's up? Nephew Greeny, what's good?
What's up, Cole? How you doing?
What's good, baby? What's good over there, Mets?
I'm doing good.
D-Roz. Adam. You know what I'm saying? The fellas, Uncle Freezy,
Hey,
you
Corey,
know.
what's good?
Mets in the building asking these hard questions.
Salute.
I love it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying?
G-Money.
Hey, let me do this real quick. Justin DW asks, or Justin DW, thank you for the generous contribution. Justin DW says, I like your Phoenix comp last night, but I think the difference is our offense can surpass them and live up to the moment, plus a burst off the bench. And I think he's alluding to Immanuel Quickley when he says plus a burst off the bench.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, when you look at the Suns since the deadline, I mean, yeah, they've been good, but what's the deal with that? That's mostly been that they got KD. But with KD, the problem...
No, that's not what he's talking about, boss.
Oh.
No, he's talking about what happened is I told everybody last night that I think there is a pathway for the Knicks to make the NBA Finals. And if you could compare this year's Knicks team to a team that had all the pieces in place except a point guard, once they got their point guard, they made the NBA Finals. And that team that I mentioned is actually two. The team that I mentioned for the example was the Phoenix Suns once they added Chris Paul.
True.
And then I was alluding to when the Milwaukee Bucks added Drew Holiday.
That's true.
And so once they had all the other pieces, they were a good team. All they needed was like that floor general, a point guard. And then and so what I'm saying is this year's Knicks team has a lot of pieces, and now you see what these pieces look like once they added a point guard.
I see.
That's true.
The basic, but I would have thought it was going with he was going a different track with this with the Suns of now. I mean, yes, they still have CP3, but the problem is with I've looked at his productivity this year, and CP3 is now more of a floor commander in the sense he's not a scorer as much as he used to be. He's now just dishing the dimes and letting the others do the work for him. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, no doubt. CP3 is older, right? And I understand where you're coming from. But
yeah, I give us 1 year to give us at least a year.
Yeah.
1 year, and then the next season we could be fighting for the Eastern Conference, especially depending on what moves we make. And I think this year right now sets the stage, you know, where we headed.
Yeah, we're definitely in a decent place, man.
Yeah, if we knock somebody out, Freezy, without like first year putting the team together, pardon me, that's big. If we knock a couple teams out in the playoffs, like unexpected, that's big. So that means the following year we got to do better than that. I said it. We got to make stepping stones in the right direction.
Building block.
We are now in the East.
We're definitely in a better spot than we were 2 years ago.
Right.
The only reason we got that 4th seed, a lot of other teams got hit with the injury bug, opted the tank, or a combination of both.
Right.
That is true.
Yeah, it's gonna happen this year too. You'll
Yeah,
see teams like Indiana. You're gonna see teams like Indiana by the time we see them because we played them 2 out of the 3 last games of the season. By the time we play them, they ain't gonna be wanting to play nobody, bro. They're gonna be sitting, you know, they're gonna be trying to get yeah.
Well, to piggyback on Hardwood, I'm definitely in the same boat as him. The Knicks win against the Heat and them 2 Celtics wins kind of put me in the boat where I think we're the team that they need to watch out for. We're the scary team now. We're hitting our threes. There's more confidence. You could tell the Knicks have a "I got your back, brother" type of vibe in that locker room. You know, like you could just see it all in their faces. Like somebody said earlier, you see the hug that Brunson gave Julius at the end of his game-winning shot. That's kind of the hug that Julius and Brunson is giving everybody around the team. IQ, RJ, Quentin, because they're hitting the shots. When teams are focusing down on Brunson, focusing down on Randall, they could turn around and dish it to somebody that's going to knock it down. That's the biggest thank you in the world to your leaders on the team. You know what I mean? And that builds that camaraderie around. Then you bring in Brunson. One of Brunson's right-hand man is just a Swiss Army knife for everything that's going to do all of the dirty work. It just fits perfectly for the Knicks. It's just the Knicks are a scary team right now. Like, they're really scary. The way Julius Randle and Brunson get to the next level is the ascension of Quickley, Grimes, and RJ. And also, the next level to them is doing what they're doing in the playoffs. If they do what they're doing now in the playoffs and exceed or stay at the same efficiency level, all we need is IQ and RJ to show up 2 games. We're good. We get into
It's
the
no
next
more
round.
double Randall. It's no more double Randall, and that's it.
No more of that.
It's no more of that.
Everybody is a threat now. Everybody else is a problem.
Too many threats. It's too many
And
threats.
unlike that other team that when we won,
That's what I like about
and all
Hart.
that blase wasn't a real playoff win. Julius Randle didn't really have anybody to kick it to knock down.
Yeah,
those threes
Bullock,
when it's
RJ,
time to. Now
Alpha
we have
Payne
a
missing
team to
open
do
shots.
that.
Yeah, Burst. Yeah.
Right. These
And that team in the past,
Yo, he thought the Grimes a lot too. Grimes hit a lot of those threes kicked from.
And Grimes hit timely.
Because like
now
Freezy he's rotating. He's rotating to that open spot. He's seeing where the doubles coming from. Like Unc said, he's seeing everything.
like
He's making the passes easier for Randall.
And Hart.
And like Grimes is spacing the floor accordingly.
Quigley too.
And
priceless, meaning that they could get 20, but they sacrificing a lot of these shots just to keep other people or make the right play. That's what I could call it. They're making the right
And
play.
there's no INT.
That's what I love about the plug in the Hart and Grimes too. Grimes is the same way. So, you know, that helps us because we got it too much, got to have more mix, you know what I mean? And I hope the players that was doing the wrong need to follow that to help the team.
So that Hart acquisition was the right piece of the puzzle.
Hart,
also,
Brunson.
That was the right piece of the puzzle.
To give credit to is the coaching.
Yeah, Tiz has done a good job.
Okay.
You gotta get Tiz flowers
Because
on
of
Hold on. I wanted to ask a question. Do you really think that do you give a sorry to the coach or do you give a sorry to the front office? Who are we accrediting here? Is it the front office or is it the coach?
Greeny, I answered this. I answered this last night, man. You know who deserved the most credit for this Knicks energy and this Knicks win streak? The fans. Because the fans, and I'm getting to the players too, because the players be second, but the players, bro. When Cam Reddish had that breakout game in Game 1 against Memphis, remember we lost to Memphis in overtime.
Yeah,
man, we was rooting like hell for Cam Reddish, and no matter who stepped on the floor for the Knicks, we wasn't picking out a scapegoat to blame stuff on. We was rooting for everybody because I remember the first game of the season. A lot of people had doubts because Randall was coming off a crazy season last year.
Yeah, kind of a bad year.
So we was rooting. We was kind of rooting for Randall. Like, yo, we need big fella. We need for you to step up, man. You know what you doing? And the Randall haters was doing a Randall hate, but you know they're part of our Knicks family too. They want to win.
That's true.
The only reason why they were hating on Randall is because Randall looked like he was throwing games, not intentionally, but with bad attitude, breaking down mentally and emotionally.
Not coming through in the fourth quarter.
He could have changed the narrative on his
own. Cursing the fans out,
Just like he changed the narrative that quick.
Yeah,
he could have changed it. This is New York. We don't remember arguments, and if you got a ball, if you ball, we ain't remembering all that. I mean, at least the real New Yorkers anyway.
Right.
Yeah, but look at him now. Look at Randall now.
Right, but Hardwood, what I'm saying though is if we want to give credit to anybody, not only did the Knicks fans stand up and be accounted for. So I do a show. I got a YouTube channel, bro. I know when I come in here to the computer, my phone, like the show phone, got like 42 every day, 42 messages, whether it's comments, DMs, voicemails, text messages, every day. Right? What you gonna do the show about? You doing a show? What time you coming on? Every day. This is every day of my life, bro.
Right.
Every day. Right? Then I do the show and Cash
and
is
a dope
like,
show, by the way. And a dope show, by the way.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Awesome.
But my point is the fans have this crazy Knicks energy, bro. It's non-stop, bro. It's non-stop. We root for these Knicks like there's no tomorrow. And then you also saw players step their game up. You saw Randall get better as a three-point shooter, right? And you saw him be a more willing passer out of double teams. Now, even with the double teams, you've seen the receiver out of the double teams have learned to relocate.
That's
the
true.
one time Quickley messed up yesterday, Randall went right to him. It's the play where Randall jumped in the air to throw
He
the
said,
pass.
"Talk to me," right? Quickly
And-
said, "Talk to me."
Yeah, he jumped in the air to throw the pass, and he need Marcus Smart in the nuts. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
And he
Oh,
talked
yeah.
Quickly. He like, Quickly, where you at? You supposed to be the man, bro. Come on. You see I'm double team Quickly. That's on me. That's
Accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Accountability. Yep.
Yeah, man. Lee, you had some traffic in the background. You got some headphones?
Yeah. My bad.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is the players deserve credit too, but the fans have been through. Bro, I met Greeny for the first time, and I met Greeny in Orlando, Florida, bro. You know what I'm saying? I met Greeny in Orlando to support these Knicks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Jay Boogie and Hard will be up in the city together. You know what I'm saying? For these Knicks.
I linked up with them too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I started to.
We lit this, right, Freeze? This shit real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, lifestyle.
So that's why I'm saying before I give credit to RJ Barrett,
I like that.
I'm gonna give credit to the fans first. You know what I'm saying? Give credit to the fans first, and then the players second, because whenever they get down on themselves, bro, we still here.
You rocking when we ain't winning. You rocking when we
Right.
ain't winning. That's what I
Right.
said. Like, you know, so
Right,
I say to all Knicks fans that too. Like, you should be happy to be a Knicks fan because you supported this team when they wasn't really good. When you paid your money for a product that wasn't really, giving you your money's worth. You stayed a fan. You know what I'm saying?
We out here
did
losing on Christmas.
Yeah, like
Remember?
anybody could have easily walked over to Brooklyn because they had KD and Kyrie. So anybody
Right, and
that
your
stayed
friends
a fan,
are dissing you.
anybody that stayed a fan, you a real fan. You know what I'm saying? Because this Nick life is no other life quite like it. You know what I'm saying? It's no other life quite like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we deserve whatever we get. And if you was here earlier, you heard me talk about luck. It is luck in basketball. We haven't had good luck. You know what I'm saying? And it's about time we get some, and it's about to start going our way. And I see it's happening that way.
Greeny like 6'7", bro.
I know. I was Greeny met me at the Garden. We seen him. Greeny chilled with us. So what I was saying about the luck, right? You know how you could tell it's coming, Freeze? By the ball bounces too.
Yes.
You know how I always talk about ball guards too, but the ball bounces we get towards the end of games and because of the hard work and the way we
How
playing.
much of that luck is made by us? How much do you buy into the
fans?
make your own luck? Yeah, I'm talking about the
in
players.
general.
How much
Let me tell you, Randall is creating. It's not just about luck. Like, I believe in energy. You know what I mean?
Right,
so it's like that's why I try to stay positive a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed Randall, he changed. Even though he still be looking straight faced, he changed the way he handled things. He's more just getting right back to the next play. So it's like in basketball, that's how you got to be. So I think that's what's going on. I mean, why the energy changed? Because winning changes that. So like I mentioned earlier, when you losing, you can discredit or not buy into what the coach is saying. You cannot believe that Randall is really doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not winning. But if we're winning, you have to buy into this system and you have to want to be positive. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what they're doing in order to succeed for us. So if you're being negative, not being happy, and we're still winning, to me, that's a problem. Because that means that you're trying to bring. Now, I'm not even talking about fans right now. I'm talking about players with that. Because on this team, you got to find a way to chip in just to get the win. Right. You see what I'm saying? And if your main goal is about wins and not just patting the stats, then if you don't get your stats and we win, you got to show the same happiness.
There's energy,
vice versa. Yeah. And that's why I mentioned the energy.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because the other players are already doing it, and that's why I mentioned winning. That's the main reason why you buy in. I talked about it. If coaches is yelling and the plays ain't working and we're not winning, it's hard for that to translate, especially the young players. But once we're winning, you got other players saying, no, this. Like Brunson and Randall, they talking to these guys. Like Freezy said, it's changing the narrative. It always probably wasn't Tibbs and them fault. Those guys had to learn the system, learn how to play together. or like I said, play more together. So now you see RJ Barrett not getting blown by as easy. Other guys stopping their man the way they could have been stopping their man, but it was too much not playing together. One person go, we lose. It was no camaraderie. It was no unity. Now we got something going here. So I think that's the energy that I'm speaking of that's changing the narrative and good ball. And another thing with energy is believing in yourself. Randall believes he can miss, and he shot an air ball in a couple games and came right back down and hit a 3. So that shows you resiliency. That shows you that you fully locked in and you know you can knock this shot down. And I teach players how to shoot. So if you hesitant on your release by a slight second, it could be off. So if you're thinking about shooting, it may not go in a lot. So credit to him and credit to Brunson for staying aggressive and believing in and keeping that positive energy and doing what they're doing for the Knicks.
And it becomes contagious amongst the others.
And it's becoming contagious. And that's why I said winning makes it like that.
A lot of it is winning helps. Also having confidence in your ability, just as you made reference to, and how I think that's a key for Julius Randle and how he came into this season, is the mental. And if you notice in his interviews, he mentions that. He just mentions that one word, but it covers a lot. The mental. I was going to refer back to Jalen Brunson, and if you look at his history and how he came up with the mental he had, winning the championships or whatever, even in the games, he's always thinking. He's always thinking of the next move, and so that mental or that IQ that he brings to the game has now rubbed off on the team. It definitely has helped Julius Randle. And so in having that I think also has played a key role in making us better. And then, like you said, playing with the same guys, learning their tendencies, developing that camaraderie. I understand that completely. I played football at one point in my life. And so, having all that means everything. But now that the Knicks have established that at this point, it's on now. We ready for the world. We can beat anybody.
It's on and popping.
Ready.
Hey, did y'all know Immanuel Quickley is shooting 45% from the floor?
Yep.
Nope. It looks like it.
Yeah. His career average is 38.9. Right now, for the season, he's at 45%.
And we got to give credit to
and he started off slow.
You got to give credit to players like Mitch too, because Mitch, for instance, last night we could have been getting Mitch involved more because you see he has 7 offensive rebounds. You know what I'm saying?
And Mitch played good perimeter defense too.
Got to give Mitch credit for just worrying about the rebounds and blocks and not getting as many touches as he should get.
True.
That's just like we talking about camaraderie and all of that. Mitch is just coming to bring that for the team. So with that being said, you got to give him credit for that, bro. Shout out to Mitch. He's holding down the paint and he's getting big shots in crunch time. Sometimes he just scoring it regular. He ain't dunk. He just playing great ball. Shout out to Mitch, man, for coming back.
Do you remember that one-on-one defense where it was him and Jaylen Brown on the island from a switch?
Yeah,
and Jaylen Brown tried to go by him and he couldn't go by Mitch.
That's why they love Mitch. That's why they love Mitch, because Mitch could guard on the wing when they do the pick, right?
Now, Jaylen Brown, he ain't gonna do that every time, man. If they try to, Jaylen
Brown
want
the smoke,
sauce Mitch up, but that one time though,
no, I'm not talking about a lot, but just for him to get out there and close out
and be adequate. Yeah,
because look, remember our defense. Somebody else is gonna be ready to help him anyway. That's our defense, a help defense. So long as you get out there, that's the key part. And what I love about that is Sims picked that up as well.
Right.
Sims does the same thing because Mitch does.
True.
You know what I mean?
Hey, and did y'all notice that Julius Randle tried to block shots at the rim?
He tried.
He fouled the dude on the fast break, as a matter of fact. But
just because we going all out.
The reason why I say that about
I think that was Derek White that he was trying.
But the reason why I bring it up though, G Money, is Randle is not a shot blocker. So for Randle to even be trying to sell out to expand his game, lets you know that not only is he willing to do anything for the team, but everybody else is willing to do things for the team too.
They communicate. They communicate.
Randall is definitely sacrificing. Breezy. Randall is definitely sacrificing his body.
And I want to throw it out there. Remember when Mitch contested?
He's risking getting dunked on and everything.
Yeah.
Man, that was big. Remember also Mitch also ran to the perimeter contest at Hall for 3-ball at the end when the Knicks were up there too late. Because that looked good. When I saw that shot, oh shoot, that looked good. But Mitch contested the shot and we won the game. Thank God.
If that was
give him a little pushback here. I did play high school, college, and I played center. That was my position. The fight that I see from him on the offensive rebounding glass, I gotta see it on the defensive side. That's the only thing with me and Mitch.
With Mitch, yeah,
that's the only thing with me and him.
But on the defensive side,
on the defensive rebounding side, he got.
He had 7 and 7. He had 14. But you know why though, Greeny? You know what? No, but you know why?
I know why. I know
you
why.
got to understand. Randall is grabbing a lot. Randall is grabbing a lot. RJ is fighting,
grabbing a lot,
and RJ fought Josh Hart for a rebound.
Yeah,
Josh Hart was like,
too.
"Yo, whoa."
It's because they're spreading Mitch out too. Like Horford is shooting a 3. Mitchell Robinson has to contest that. He can't get the rebound as well. So I understand that, but like,
I understand.
Look, listen.
But
I
on
know
the shot,
how hard it is to get an offensive rebound.
I know, but what I'm saying is on the shot, on Boston's shot last night, Grant Williams, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, all were looking for Mitchell Robinson to box out. They weren't looking for another Nick to box out. That's why at the end of the game, they couldn't finish. They couldn't finish 1 point. They couldn't finish 1 foot layups at the end of the game because they were absolutely worn out towards the end of the game physically from bodying up Mitch. Think about this. They didn't have
Williams. Yeah.
Right. So their game plan coming in was to body up Mitch, keep Mitch off the glass.
Yes. And that's why I felt they should have got Mitch more involved, Freeze.
Okay, all right.
Because they ain't have nobody down there to guard him.
I know what I'm saying.
They had nobody to guard Mitch, but Boston had 26 second chance points compared to New York's 9. And we are top offensive.
I know,
rebound,
big
second
dog.
chance.
Big dog. What I'm saying is,
how do you minimize their second chance points if you grab that defensive rebound? They don't get that second chance opportunity.
Right.
What I'm trying to tell you,
that's not only on Mitch though. That's not only on Mitch though.
That should have been Randall.
I know.
That should have been Randall.
Yeah, that's
and
Randall.
Hartenstein too, also.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, Greeny. I know what you said. What you're saying is right, bro. I know you're right. But what I'm saying is you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to critique a man with 14 rebounds.
Yeah, and
7 offensive.
Yeah, their game plan was to keep Mitch off the boards, and he still grabbed 14, bro. That's crazy.
Mitch is he's a beast, man.
Yeah,
that's what made me want to shout him out.
He is
That's
a
what made me want
beast.
to shout him out.
Shout him out.
I know you love him, Greeny. I know you love him.
He's
You just saying he
nasty.
could have gave you more. Like, but you got to remember, I think another thing with Mitch is he do so much. He be tired. He be like, you know, he got to run out there. He do so much, and I see so much effort now in all our players that they all exhausted to some point. I see it. I do.
Yo, it's like when Giants fans, God bless them. It's like when Giants fans was like, "Yo, Justin Tuck be getting all the sacks with his straight hand doing." Man, Strahan is getting triple team, cut block, and bumped by the running back.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin Tuck is on the other side of single coverage against the right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not complaining. I'm just
that's
saying,
exactly what it is. No, we know you're not complaining.
It's way harder to get an offensive rebound than it is a defensive rebound.
Yes,
you're already in position.
Yeah, but Greeny, you got to credit. You got to credit him at any time for going for the ball, Greeny. That's why it's a stat. So you got to credit him, even though you know what's the key part of this point of the conversation. What Freezy said was the key part. What Boston keyed in on,
right?
Keeping him off. You see what I mean? So that's probably why it looked like that to you. That was one of their main focus because Williams was out. So when you break it down, that's why it looked that way. But he still know how to get to the ball so fast. You know what's good about Mitch? He like a coach used to tell me this, act like everything is a miss. And I teach some of my big players out, all my players, everything is a miss. Go for the rebound. And Mitch does that. You know what I mean? So it's certain players that have that niche and Mitch does that. So that's why he's so good on the offense.
Yep. And everything is a miss. That means everybody boxing out. Everybody boxing out on shots, bro. It's just one. It's
That's
just
a
one
good way
of the
to put it too. Yeah.
It's the only one. The only one that's not boxing out is the one that's getting back on D. And you don't let nobody know. Like when I played in the backcourt, I played with this dude named Jason. We used to call him White Chocolate. This is before if your name was Jason, they call you White Chocolate, right? This is like 82. Me and him, he used to be like,
Jason
yo,
Williams
I got
was
you.
that dude.
Yeah, that was his name too, by the way. But anyway, this is before that Jason Williams. This is the real.
Okay.
This is the real Jason Williams. This is a dude. He was like 5'11", with the Dickinson High. Played with me and him in the backcourt against David Rivers and Raphael Addison and all the Jersey City legends, Rashawn McLeod, and y'all know Jersey City got the the best ball players in the tri-state area. So I ain't even got to say all their names. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, just in general, though.
Except New York.
Hardwell.
I ain't gonna let that slide by. I can't let that slide by.
Why we always gotta do this?
I can't let that slide by. How
about Queens get better players? Can Queens get better players than Brooklyn first?
Nah, we ain't going against Brooklyn. We going against Jersey. If you combine Brooklyn, Queens, look, watch this. This is how I'm gonna win this argument right now. So you try to pin Brooklyn and Queens against each other. We already do that. But when we band together, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Harlem, and Staten, do you think Jersey can mess with all those places?
Yes.
No way.
No way.
Bro,
Don't make me come out Jay-Z record. I mean, we talked about the J Boogie record. Look, we talked about the J Boogie record.
When's the last time from somebody from New York City was the #1 pick in the NBA draft?
Come on, Freeze. All right. When was the last time Jersey?
Kyrie Irving, Karl Anthony Towns.
That was a while ago, though, Freezy.
I'm just saying, name somebody.
It was a while ago.
By the way of New York, though.
All right, so look, see, when you talk about just ball players, it's more than just about NBA with New York. We the Mecca. We got we got playground legends.
I understand that. And listen,
players from New York that turned down NBA money. The history of the game. Yeah, so that's where it come from. Not just because I played in all the parks like West Fourth and Lincoln Park and all the parks.
You talking about which one? You talking about the Lincoln Park or you talking about y'all Lincoln Park? No disrespect, bro.
Come on, man. Jersey's so big. You know y'all got places in y'all own monuments, man. Come on, don't do that. New York is legendary. New York is legendary. You know, and there's so many more parks I could name. I just named West Fourth because that was a park I used to love playing. Everybody was on the gate. You know what I mean? It's not too many places you can name in Jersey that could compare to Rucker, West Fourth. Who?
Atlanta, Georgia feel like they got y'all.
Well, now you want help for Georgia. Now you got Georgia on three-way to help y'all.
Oh, no.
Atlanta.
Georgia got us in football. They got us in football all day.
In football.
All day long.
In football, yeah.
Collegiate football, at least.
But like I said, the key thing for New York is the roots. The roots.
The
and
history.
And I don't
the legacy.
Look, man, Shaheem Holloway. I don't know. Is he from Jersey? I don't want to even give him to y'all because that's my guy. He just went to school in Jersey. He's actually from New York.
In Jersey.
He's actually from New York. But a lot of players went to school in Jersey. That's from New York. You know what I mean? So it's like Jersey. I live in Jersey, so Jersey is like a second home. You know, we never really had problems with Jersey. We never really even thought about comparing. You the first person that did that, Freezy. Compared New York to Jersey in basketball.
Nah,
ever.
Not well to you, but this is like a thing.
I never heard nobody do that. I'm an old man too. I got grays in my.
I know you're a veteran, bro. You're a veteran. and listen, hey, Hardwood, I can do that. You know why? I can do that because a dude named Kenny Anderson came to Jersey City, or was it? Came to a tournament, not at our high school, but where Jersey City State is at. This dude bust all of our point guards bad. This dude,
and I'll tell you a story.
When he crossed half, bro. When he crossed half, we tried to trap him, and he got so many layups. This dude scored like 44 in the first half, and we were trapping him. You know,
that mean you played high school in the era with Stacy Castle, my nephew's pops, and like I was telling you, he went to Oak Hill. But if he would have stayed at Far Rock, he would have broke Kenny Anderson's scoring record. And those are the guys I
He
learned
should
how
have
to
went to
play.
St. Anthony's.
No, he went to Oak Hill. I'm just telling you the situation. Right?
St. Anthony's
now,
is better than Oak Hill.
No, at the time, it was no internet. You just go where you think the hype is at, right? But the point I'm making to you is these the guys I grew up under, right? These guys were scoring 60 points in a game in Far Rock High. So if he would have went for his senior year, he would have broke.
By the way,
he would have broke Kenny Anderson's record and been top player coming out of New York. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him and Kenny Anderson. It's a lot of guys. That's Oliver Taylor, Kurt Taylor cousins. It's a lot of guys from Queens. That's legendary, man.
Shout out to Brooklyn basketball, bro. Shout out to Brooklyn basketball for sure.
Brooklyn. I tell you a story. Look, I went to Laurenburg Prep, right? It was this dude named Stymie, right? Stymie went there. That was Rayford man too. Stymie went to the school I went to the year before I went there, right? So when I got there, people used to tell me stories about a dude who got shot in the eye with a BB gun. And I never knew who he was, but the kid name was Stymie. So when I finally figured out who he was, I knew the kid. It was a kid from the hood, from Queens, from Jamaica, Queens, that used to be dominating all over the parks, all over New York City. He went to high school there and they was playing around with a BB gun. He lost his eye. Just to shout him out, this kid still played at a high level with one eye. And people from New York, a little older, may have heard of him. His name was Stymie. This kid was amazing.
I know what you're talking about.
And still would dunk and score high numbers all over. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of stuff about New York history. And then with no internet, a lot of stories aren't told. So when I get a chance to tell any stories that I remember, that's facts. I love to throw them out there because the internet wasn't around when we was growing up. And a lot of people don't know these stories because there's nowhere where you could actually go and know about this stuff. So unless you was there. And the last point I'm gonna say, if anybody say your name from back then, if anybody say your name, you was definitely nice. Right. There's no way nobody gonna remember you without no YouTube and no cell phone or the internet to Google you. Go ahead, Cash. My bad. Go ahead, Cash. What you said?
Top 10 players from the city, man. Top 10 players all time.
That's
let me help you, Will. Let me help you, Will.
I don't know.
So many.
I want to hear it.
So
I can help you.
I can't give a
Dr.
top
J.
10.
Kareem,
I can't give a
Dr.
top
J.
10.
Kareem and Bernard King are top 3. Right?
Okay,
then
I'll
you gotta
go with
throw
that.
in, but then
You got to go by age. I always go by people who
Yeah.
people who did it first. Like I never said LeBron was better
Well,
than
you got
Jordan.
an
If
era.
somebody,
I know Freezy. We have our era, and then there's another era. So that's why I say I don't know how that's gonna work.
Because you got to throw in Felipe
Freezy, I'm in your
Lopez.
era.
You got to throw in dudes.
Lloyd
that's
Daniels.
just-
Tim
Lloyd
Thomas.
Daniels.
Y'all got top 20 then. Y'all gotta go 20.
Tim Thomas is Jersey, right? Tim Thomas is Jersey.
Tim Thomas,
Jersey.
I think is with Hallwell. We have so many ballers.
Tim
Bro, I
Thomas
keep
is
forgetting.
Jersey.
I can't remember everybody, bro.
But guess what? I can't give you a top 10 for New York.
J.R. Smith was Jersey, right? Yeah, I think J.R. Smith was Jersey, but he ain't in no.
And Shaq from Jersey too, right?
So Freezy, what do you think about? All right, Freezy, you got one right.
Al
here.
Harrington.
I'm gonna give
Al
you one,
Harrington
Freezy.
from
You
Jersey.
got a good one.
Shaquille O'Neal from Jersey. Yes.
My nephew made the McDonald's game, but you guys from Jersey got Wagner. That's Deion Wagner's son.
He better than everybody except
Yeah,
the
DJ
nephew.
Wagner. Yeah.
Nah, he might be. I ain't
He's
saying my
nasty.
nephew better than him.
He's
I'm
nasty.
just bringing him up just to say I don't, you know what I mean? I just let it go how it go. You know what I mean? I'm just on it. My nephew made the McDonald's. It's very hard to make. It's very hard. It's a accomplishment.
And see, when you said the city, if you'd have just said New York instead of the city, I mean, it's cats from all over.
That's
New
what
York.
I meant. I meant New York, Freezy.
Like Elton Brand from New York, but he ain't from the city.
He from Copeg, but still. He's
Yeah.
just outside the city.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Elton
it's,
Brand.
it's dude, man. Hey,
He
New
played
York-
in my era.
Man.
Shout out Paris Duggar, Lloyd Free. You right.
It's so many in New York we can't name, and I'm not talking about outsides of New
Hey,
York.
that's what.
even
Hey,
though shout out
hey,
to those guys.
Lee,
I'm
that's
from
my
the
uncle
inner
too, by the
city,
way.
New York, the boroughs. You know what I mean? Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. This is where we grew up playing all our life. Gauchos, Riverside. I played for Riverside, Brooklyn, Queens. With Kenny Pete. I played for Riverside, Brooklyn, Queens
Gauchos.
with Kenny Pete. He probably still the coach with the glasses. And then I played for Riverside 18 with Lloyd. So
You talking about Riverside Hawks?
Gaucho. No, yeah, Riverside 18.
Greeny.
Hawks.
All I'm saying is Bam Adebayo, Jonathan
I played
Kuminga.
against
Name
ISA.
somebody from New York that's better than
Mhm.
that was better than Kuminga right now. His age. Nobody.
Kaminga was taught
Mo
by the
Bamba.
same guy who taught Kyrie Irving.
Mo Bamba.
He's
That's
a
the second
trainer by the
straight
name
snare
of
on the
Del
Hawks,
Son.
right?
He's a trainer by the name of Del Son. So he taught Kyrie Irving and he taught Kuminga as well. When Kuminga first came here, he couldn't dribble. He got old videos of Kuminga on his Instagram, dribbling the ball, doing all the Kyrie Irving workout and all that because he showed him. So
I can tell you a
Kuminga gonna
player
be
from
something
New
tough
York
in a couple years from now. Watch out for him.
That's better than Kuminga right now. That at his career, that came from New York.
Hamidou Diallo.
No, Tobias Harris.
Who?
Tobias Harris. And I watched.
Oh, he's from Long Island.
No, but
Yep.
Kuminga still see the jury's still out on
that's
Kuminga.
what I said. That's what I said at this time in their career.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Tobias Harris kind of let me down. I feel like he's supposed to have been better, even though he still got a chance to elevate his game. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got a chance if you out there, you know. But at the end of the day, I feel like he took the money and his game never went nowhere after that.
I'm not even gonna lie.
You know
Ever
he's
since
from
high
Long
school,
Island, so I know why you gonna shout him out, Greeny.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. No cap. When I seen him in high school, I knew he wasn't even gonna be all that. Like, I was one of the people that
Mike
was like,
Bibby?
this dude ain't gonna be.
What about Nas Reed? Y'all like Nas Reed?
I like Nas Reed. He's tough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's tough.
Nas Reed.
Oh,
Jaren Jackson.
you looking up all the Jersey players, huh?
That's what he's looking it up right now. The computer.
Yeah, because
yo, and you naming a bunch of ham sandwiches, so be careful. He's gonna ask us first. Yo, he asked us first. Yo, how y'all feel about Nas Reed? He didn't say Nas Reed from Jersey. Freezy, I know where every player is from, Freezy. So
all I'm saying is when we have these conversations,
yeah, look, they naming him in the chat, and I played against Ron. That's my man. He lived in the same building as me, 7115. He know me personally.
Yo, and first of all, let me start by saying, or let me reiterate, respect to all the New York ballers.
Of course,
I
know that.
Respect.
Freezy,
we digging them up.
All the time, chat. So if you new here, don't think Freezy. See, we always do this. We call this ish talking. That's all.
Yeah. So
We saluting those legends. Yeah, we saluting those legends.
Because we didn't even mention names like Earl the GOAT or Pee Wee Kirkland.
Yeah, you schooled me on players. Yeah, we got players like back then. Pee Wee.
See, but in Jersey City, we had dudes. We had a dude named Monk who he ain't even talk. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even talk, but he would bust everybody and work boots and Iceman. Iceman was that dude that should have went to school, but his girl got pregnant, so he stayed in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these legends all over Jersey City, man. Like when I go to Jersey City and say their name, everybody in Jersey City know who they are. These dudes don't have to
It's
pay
your
for
duty
nothing.
to keep them alive, Freezy.
Yeah,
because like I said,
these
was
dudes
no
don't have
internet.
to pay for nothing. I saw Iceman like 20 years
Salute.
ago.
Freeze.
Iceman, he was like, "Yo, you remember me?" I was like, "Yeah, I remember you, man. You fouled me so hard one time. I started to pull out my blade," and he started laughing. He was like, "You know,
Ain't that the best feeling though?
Yeah,
Somebody
I just
come
bought
up to
him.
you
I
and be
just
like,
bought him
"I
a beer.
remember
He
you."
recognized me. I recognized him. I just bought him a beer. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Freeze, Dre's in the chat.
Let's bring him in.
What's good, Dre?
Yeah, you can send him the link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paris said Mark Jackson.
Yeah, Mark Jackson.
Jaren Jackson was from Jersey. He's pretty decent. His pops is a coach, so I know their background.
Yeah,
Mark
man.
went to
Hey,
Bishop
it's that the cats from Jersey, man. We have like this grit because we feel like we be so disrespected. We grown up in the shadow of the city, and nobody respect us. We got to do it 10 times harder than cats.
Respect is earned, man. Respect is earned. And see where we come from, we didn't give respect to each other. So in basketball was so competitive. In the parks, it was like, oh my God. You know our parks be crowded like an arena. People, little kids is on the gate, on the trees.
Right.
To see
and you going at it, talking
to see the pop, the stuff that you see in the NBA, I was seeing as a kid.
Yeah, me too. In Kennedy Park, Lincoln Park, Bayside Park. You know what I'm saying? All these, man.
Yeah, we used to drive over there and cook y'all, Freezy.
Yeah,
we used to go to those parks.
Let me
pull up in Jersey.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. If you drove to Jersey, y'all might have walked back.
Remember New Jersey Drive?
Oh snap!
You ain't lying.
Yo.
Dudes was taking the subway back, and not off no bully mess, because respect to New Yorkers. Not it's, yo, where we park at, man? Yo, where we park at? Yo, we park right here. On that. Let me bring my guy Dre in real quick, man. You know, superstars, you got to bring them in the right way.
Yo, what up, Dre?
Dre, let me hit you with a thing real quick, Dre. I'm gonna hit you with it. The greatest player I ever seen in person, right? The greatest player I ever seen in person, right, is Earl the Pearl. The greatest player I ever seen live, like in an NBA game, whatever. The greatest player, bro. You couldn't do him and a dude named JoJo White that a lot of people don't remember, right? But a dude that I saw, like, you know how you see a dude 1 year and you're like, oh, he trash. And then you see him in like 4 years and you're like, yo, you the number one pick? Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, guys love Shaquille O'Neal?
Shaquille O'Neal, when I saw him, he was 6'9" and couldn't dunk. A sock. They gave him a sock and he was getting a running start and couldn't dunk it.
But what about Embiid? Remember the player that put Embiid in the camp or something like that? Embiid couldn't do
Embiid
none of
never
that. He was
picked
a
up the
soccer
basketball
player.
till he was 15 years old.
No. I'm talking about that I saw. I never seen.
Oh, okay.
In person.
I'm talking about. I was on a court. I was on a court with Shaquille O'Neal and his sisters.
Wow.
And this dude, they gave him a sock and he couldn't dunk it. Like this dude.
How old was he then? Did you think maybe that? You know,
like 14.
Oh, okay.
How
tall he was at 14?
He was like 6'9", like 240. Like he was shoot. Yo, you ain't never seen a baby that big, bro. The dude was like 14, bro. He was so big and like.
So how old you was? You was probably like what?
Like 17. You know what I'm saying?
So he looked like he was your age, like a grown man at that age. At 14.
They talking about ISA.
Nah. I was like 17. Yeah, I was like 17, but I was anyway. And I wasn't good. I wasn't good like Hardwell and them was in basketball, bro. I was pretty good. I started for my high school team. That's it. I wasn't like all century like Hardwell and all them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I was good at other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I'm good at computer systems.
They talking about this park, Freezy. I mean, this gym.
But Hardwell can still get it though. Hardwell, don't get it twisted, bro.
Who, me? Freezy, I'm in great shape.
I will
Freezy.
buy you some ankle braces off Amazon.
I'm in
bro.
great shape, Freezy. Look, they talk about this gym, right, Freezy? They talk about this gym like Allah was, and I think Jay Bugsby's talking about this gym, right? Called ISA. It's in Jamaica off 108.
Yes, sir.
The guy that used to be on the mic, his name was Pete. I don't know if he still do the mic, but we used to go in there and destroy. Those guys know. Like Noah's person used to call me Jihad back then, like, you know what I'm saying? Because my name growing up was Jihad. So in IS8, they had dude on the mic, and if you was nice, you know, you had a name, and I kept my own name. You know what I'm saying? Skip used to play there. Aim High was Kenny Smith, Vincent Smith's. That's his older brother. That was his team.
You talking about 2000?
Was it 2000? I don't
like
remember the exact
years
year.
ago.
It's back there. It's back there. No, you're longer than that. I'm talking way longer than that.
That's 90.
I'm talking college.
90.
That's the 90s.
I'm talking of years back before that. That's college. So you take another 5 off, the 6 off,
80.
7 off, maybe around that. Nah, not.
Right.
You said what?
The 90s, early 90s.
90s, early 90s.
Okay, because I'm talking like 84, 85, 86.
Freezy, I told you last show when you were saying, I said I should call you uncle. You older than me.
Bro, stop playing. You're a veteran.
You call him Uncle
No,
Freezy.
you older than Freezy. I said Uncle Freezy, you older than me.
Respect to bro, you're a veteran, bro. I can see the grave from here.
Yeah, but you older than me, sir.
Stop. Don't,
Out of respect, sir. Out of respect my elders, sir. I respect my elders.
I'm just okay. I'm just
when
saying.
You was in the
I'm
12th grade, I was in the 8th grade, probably.
Man, Freezy, you old,
Yeah,
man.
probably
Yeah,
something like
saying.
that. But I will lace these Converse up and give you. I will lace up these Converse and give you.
Look, some people in the chat know me already. You see what he said? Hard will handle was crazy. Freezy, people really know me in these streets. Freezy, I will still put you in that blender. I teach kids how to dribble. They used to call me Cuddy and Jihad. That's my two names. So Freezy, I still got those moves. Pop, 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 pop. It'll look crazy. Only way I would play you
That's
if we
good for
video
you, man.
it.
My vertical is
If we
too
video
at
it.
this point.
I feel you, but listen, I will play you. But since you my man, I ain't gonna play you. Like I'll beat you by 8. You know, I'll play you.
Said, look,
but I ain't gonna
went
play
to school in San Diego. I'm gonna tell you a story. I went to school. My JUCO
because
was
I
in San
play a lot
Diego,
of people, bro.
right? I never met Soulfinger before. So as I
Soulfinger
on the podcast, right? He was saying,
Oh,
they used to
yeah.
talk about Cuddy in my town. This kid named Cuddy that went to JUCO in Southwestern. I was like, word, that's me, Soulfinger. I went to Southwestern in Chula Vista. He like, yeah, Chula Vista. I'm like, yeah, I went to that school. It's like, yo, dudes in the barbershop still talk about you, bro. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Because we used to live out there. Our coaches, we had a crib in town. I stayed there for 2 years. We used to go in the gym, play against guys. I met mad people. We used to go crazy out there. We used to go across the border into Tijuana. You know what I'm saying? Right across the border.
Inform this man. I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not 5'9", 175.
And we beat the number one
Can you
JUCO
please
in the
inform
country
him?
when I was at JUCO. Just to put that out there, we beat the number one JUCO. It was called LA City at that time. Southwestern beat LA City.
Cash, I can tie my shoelaces standing up.
Chet King, shout out Chet King, my boy Chet King. But Freezy, I really do this. You just
Yo, you a legend in these streets, man. Stop playing with them, man. You a legend, man. Harville is a legend out here, man.
I teach kids how to play and all that, so it's different for me, Freezy.
Okay. All right. All I'm saying, man, is
40 point games.
Can we just respect Jersey? Can Jersey get some respect on this?
I love Jersey. I love Jersey. Shout out to my guy Hurley, Coach Hurley. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Hurley.
That's my man. Yo, I played in A-Pop's league.
That's my guy.
Jersey,
that's
man.
my.
I'm from Jersey.
Shout out to UConn for beating Villanova the other day too. You know what I'm saying? Got to shout them out, man. Yeah. Shout out to the Hurley.
Are we gonna keep track of the tournament when it starts next week?
Huh?
We're gonna keep track of March Madness when it starts next week.
I mean, I am. I'm following the Big East at
I'm
least.
definitely down for that.
I might do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a bracket. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
do a giveaway for a bracket.
Remember, we're gonna have to wait till Sunday to see who gets who.
Crazy. Did you get your buds? Oh, you didn't go to the PO box. You that famous? You got that much money?
Big dog.
He got expensive stuff waiting in his PO box. He don't care. He don't.
Nah,
care.
Big dog. I'm hurt. I keep telling you that. Don't be want to say nothing.
My bad. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I'm not doing the show on the schedule that I'm not doing the show at 9:30 and 11:30 exactly because you know what I'm saying. So yeah. So I mean, but you know, it is what it is. All you doing is motivating me to do box jumps in 6 weeks.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yo, Paul Will, you forgot another part. Yo, Montebello too. The bellow.
That sounds familiar.
And yo, I ain't even gonna lie. Somebody told me that when it comes to New York, man, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to basketball, it's all Brooklyn. When it comes to hip hop, it's Queens, and when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying, other stuff,
it's all the Bronx.
Yeah.
Nah, you wrong for that
somebody
one.
told me ain't no real hoopers coming out of Queens, but I find that to be disrespectful.
That's funny because you you see Mark Jackson, Kenny.
There's a lot of cats from Queens.
Mark Jackson, Kenny Anderson,
Skip to
Kenny
my Lou,
Swift,
Ron Artest.
Hey, I got family in Queens, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what does Staten Island get in the sports world?
Well, you got family in Inwood. How dare you say that?
Yeah,
Come
I know.
on, man.
No, I'm from Brooklyn. And I got mad family from Queens.
Mad family from Queens.
Brooklyn and Queens is like one and the same.
Yo, listen. You know what housing do? Housing move people in the opposite
Exactly.
direction of where they born from. So if you from Queens, they move you to Harlem or the Bronx. So you can't even judge nobody from what borough they live in now by how the city is run.
No.
People from Far Rock live all over, or people from the Bronx live in Queens. Like, it don't really matter. You can rep where you want to rep.
And
You know
all
what
of
I'm
them is
saying? I'm
coming
from
to
Far
Long
Rock.
Island.
So
Salute to Jay Busby, Southside Jamaica, Queens. Bam. Okay.
All day.
shout out to Southside, man. A lot of ball
got you.
players nice come from Southside, bro.
For real.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out stuff.
That's where ISA is at. Lincoln Park. We used to get it on in those parks, man.
Lincoln Park is dangerous. It's dangerous.
Freezing.
Always.
And it ain't even
Always.
like it used to be because the streets got so wild. And you know what's
Right.
going on? They trying to bring it back because like the gang culture really took over. When I was growing up, it wasn't like that. We used to be able to go to these parks like the Rucker and watch these dudes play. Remember, even KD came to the Rucker and played. Think about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You seen real NBA players come to the Rucker and play, and it would rain and they would go into an inside location. So we was able to see that stuff.
Remember that blackout? That blackout hardware when Fat Joe and them had their team? Fat Joe had his team, Jay-Z and them.
Fat Joe and them used to play against
era.
Rockefeller. And my man
Yeah,
Sherrod
remember?
Brown used to play with Rockefeller. And that was a dude that grew up with me. He used to play for Rockefeller. So
okay.
you had
Yo,
a
we
lot
used to
of
go
players.
up there to see them. Yo, all right.
And this before the internet. Dudes had the big pages and you know what I'm saying? The big
Right.
the
They,
big
remember the
phones or
beepers, that's when the thing came out, the Motorola
side pages,
thingamajiggy.
the two-way pages. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that joint, yeah.
you know,
Right.
you don't got a
Nobody, yeah.
memory, you don't got a memory, man. It's like a lot of stuff would get buried. So even when Freezy started talking about Jersey legends that he really saw, they really are legends. Like they was really getting busy in those parks. Like it's a lot of dudes that dudes didn't see that I saw that I would say their name and keep their name alive, just like dudes keep my name alive or other people's name alive.
That's what we supposed to do. It's respect, man.
Right.
It's the
You have to salute them.
It's codes out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to honor these codes and things and keep these legacies alive, bro. Because a lot of the stuff we don't write this stuff down, bro. We just tell the story. Let me bring it real quick.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
What up, Jim?
Salute.
Salute. I hear
Hello.
Freezer talking about that no one from Jersey did anything. No one from Jersey can play ball, can rap. I heard that, man. I know it's all about Brooklyn. Only Brooklyn represented. All of that.
Yo,
man.
big up, my lad.
Yeah, man. Boo, 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 boo. Big up, Bob. Big up. Welcome, gents. You guys are rocking it, man. You guys are rocking it. I've been enjoying it all morning, man. So you guys keep.
But hey, Wiz, that's why cats from Jersey have the attitude like that, though, bro. Because we live in the shadow of the city. Like legit, bro. Where I lived at, I'm closer to Midtown than cats out on the island. But I'm in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in Jersey City, you know what I'm saying? And so for the most part, everybody in that area living the same life. But the only thing about it is a border, an imaginary border, like a line in the dirt, is telling people that people are different. But nah, it ain't that. It's just we from just two different places. That's
really,
all.
really a bridge and a tunnel.
A tunnel, the Holland Tunnel for me. You
Holland, Lincoln.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but all of us basically live the same lifestyle, same upbringing. All of us, bro. Well, not all of us, but I'll say my family, because I ain't going to speak to nobody else, but came up hard, up on the hill, Greenville. and you know, Greenville
And
area.
your family in the Bronx too. You was in the Bronx.
In
You
the
was in the
Bronx
Bronx.
all summer.
And you was
all
in Brooklyn.
Summer. Yeah,
Right.
and yeah, man. So, but Justin DW asked, if we win the chip, the NBA can't imagine the madness that'll come with it. It'll look like a family reunion in a club in '99. But salute to everyone. Hey, man, salute. And just wanted to read the coolest real quick. The coolest says, I'm in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, but in Jamaica now. He probably went to Tilden. He probably.
No, I'm in Crown Heights. Salute.
You think that's where he went?
Jamaica, Queens, or Jamaica, the
No,
country,
Crown
the
Heights.
Tilden, the high school.
No, Crown.
Oh,
Heights.
he went to Tilden High School.
Crown Heights.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He said
Tilden
he
High
lives
School.
now. Yeah, that's how it is now, man. People.
And Harwell, what about these high school players and these college players? I'll be watching them too. You know, from Brooklyn and New York City. What do you see what's going on
right now?
Yeah,
right now, you know, once you bring in
these players coming
web,
out of, you know,
once you bring in the web situation, like, right, just think about it like that. It's so many players, right? It's harder. Like, it's not just about New York. Like, that's why even with Freezy's point, like, we can't really just be on that it's all about us type of thing like we used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Diluted
music with all that stuff. You can't really be. But certain things you can't really take away, like where stuff started from or where the roots, the grassroots or the roots come from. You know what I mean? Besides that, that's really all what it is. And as far as the point I'm saying that is because when you look at all the kids now, and like when I said at first the web and the internet, a kid can now practice and look at what a pro is doing or what other kids are doing, reference to it wasn't like that before. So now
like the DIY videos.
Kids got access to 15 different basketball games on or 10 different games on in a night. You know what I mean? Like back in the days, you wasn't getting it like that. So now it's magnified, and it's just not because you're from New York. It don't matter because they got the machine. They got the machine where kids could just put in the same work and be just as good. They could see how to do a crossover. They could see how to do all the fancy dribbles, and they could mimic it the same way and learn it.
And start at an early age.
So it's no advantage there. The only advantage I could give a New Yorker is, but it's a hood everywhere though. So keep that in mind, and I do know that. But New York is where they grow up at. It's rough to make it out. So if they say you good, you should be good. You should be battle tested. You know what I mean? Just know that you still gonna have to pass the second layer of tests, which is competition, because like I just broke down, there's so many good players now. You know what I'm saying? It's so much talent because of the computer and the game itself. You know what I mean? The game itself is so big, and so much money involved.
Get on the court, bro. When I was a short, think about it, when in the late 70s, when I'm like 9-10 years old, like in the late 70s, I couldn't even get on the court. Like once the dudes came out, once the old heads came out playing for money, the court was took for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
they push you like, get out of here, little get out of here.
People had to deal with that kids don't got to deal with now.
Right, and so what we had to do is Wiz, you might remember this, but we had to nail milk crates to the light pole.
Yep.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Remember, cut the bottom of the crate. Yeah.
What about the hang on the door? The hang on the door.
Oh, that's in the crib. In the crib, Harwell. The hang on the door.
Hey, and Harwell, you know what that made? You know what that made me? That made me a deadly shot. By the time I got to school ball, think about it. You shooting a full-size basketball into a milk crate, right? It don't a full-size basketball ain't supposed to go in no milk crate. So by the time you get to high school ball, your shot be wet. In a gym with a real basketball with no wind blowing,
easy to make.
And you, bro,
that's why it's better to practice outside too.
That's why indoors. Our coach, Mr. Marcellus, used to be like, "Yo, go get them boys off the hill. Them boys from the hill can play." You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't never on the black.
We had nowhere to play.
Yeah, we was always dribbling on the uneven sidewalk.
Uneven sidewalk.
On the dirt.
Y'all from New York. Y'all don't know nothing about no uneven sidewalks with the cracks and they're trying to dribble.
No, we had that. We had that.
Everybody had their fair share of before the Parks.
And playing in Tim boots.
Before the Parks department did their job, we had where we go to the park. It was broke. Dudes hanging on the rim. You know what I mean? So everybody went through their fair share of you know, growing up
Remember,
in the hood and
Hard Will. There's
having
like
to use the hanger, like I said, or the crate.
Yeah.
You shooting a sock in the hanger,
in the
and
hanger.
your brother always blocking your shot, won't let it go in. Then y'all fighting.
Yo, Hard Will, can I ask you this one question, Hard Will?
This video
I'll
is
be
really
right back,
going down a rabbit hole.
Hard Will, I want to ask you this question because I've heard this story throughout many years, and with Ron Artest, and I think people don't believe that story. I know you know about it.
Mm-hmm.
How he was trained by his pops and living in the projects in the snow and cold and rain, like, you know what I'm saying? And look at how he is, right? This is what you talking about, how we had to come up and grow and play, and how some of these players, you know what I'm saying?
The emphasis
You know,
rabbit.
that's a true story though.
That's a true story.
It's the grind.
That's
Ron
true
Artest
story,
grew up
man.
in Queens, and
John-
he had to
St. John's.
escape not just the hood, a lot of stuff that's going on in the hood. You know what I mean? In order to focus on the game.
Exactly.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Like Hardville, you ever had to run from the park because some gunshots go off? Yo,
What
man.
you said? Yeah, what you said, brother? I ain't hear you. Hold on. He trying to say something. What you said?
You ever had to run from the park because some gunshots
No,
go
not
off?
you, Wiz. Hold on. I heard you.
Oh.
He was trying to say something. Brother right here. What's your name? Metz. What you said? I ain't hear. We ain't hear you.
I mean, in regards to having to deal with what it goes through to get on the basketball court, I mean, I would know. I mean, like with Breezy, when I was like 10 or 11 years old, I used to do youth developmental basketball in my local Y. My team was not very good, but I tried my damnedest on it, on the court, but still, the fact that Mom wouldn't let me, when I moved down here, there wasn't much to do, and Mom wouldn't let me get on the court to try to play with the big boys. She was not willing to let me go through with it.
Yeah.
I've basically been, so I never got into at school athletics. But anyway, is it just me, or is this chat, or is this whole stream going down a rabbit hole of some sort?
Of what? What kind of
We're
rabbit hole,
reminiscing.
bro?
We're reminiscing.
Yeah, we just reminiscing of New York players and want to salute them.
Yeah. That's why I can't like Mac McClug can go on the internet and learn all those dunks. But his handle is tight. And he played at Georgetown too, you know, right? McClug played at Georgetown, so you had to have his handle right.
Where'd Freezy go?
He said he'll be right
Take a little
back.
break.
Actually, I
Yo,
have some news.
you guys think
I
we
have
should
some
rest,
Knicks news.
we should rest Brunson tomorrow again?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think we should, man.
It would give him, because we have like 3 days off. It would basically give him like a 6-day break.
Yep.
Because we have 3 days off before our next game. I got some.
and he's been playing hard.
I got some Knicks news. Trevor Keels
Then we're off
is.
Wednesday. Then we play Sacramento on Thursday. Friday we're off. Saturday, Sunday. Then Tuesday in Portland.
Okay, go ahead, Dre. Go ahead, Dre.
Trevor Keels is a free agent
Mm.
now because we didn't give him back another 10-day contract. So technically we have his G League rights, but he's an NBA free agent.
All that for a second in-round draft pick, and we didn't do anything.
He kind of wasted that pick. I don't know where Freezy's at, but I'll tell him
I
when he
know.
gets back.
It doesn't matter because,
So
it doesn't
essentially,
matter.
we got at least have all 3 of our picks in a sense in last.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. How did we get fleeced? Explain to me, Matt. How did we get fleeced, bro?
We give up our number 11 pick.
Okay.
And Jalen Derlin. And then we ship him out for a little more than draft capital, and that leaves us only with Keels, who we seldom use, and we don't give a new 10-day contract.
But what we did was, Mets, we kind of deferred the picks to have future protected picks, which will convey. Like we basically got like 2 extra protected first because we traded back and deferred those picks because we never were gonna have any way to actually use those players. Like you notice we needed a 9-man rotation to figure out ourselves. Do you think a rookie would have made this rotation or added anything? So at that point, kind of we just deferred to stock our assets, and then if a superstar is available, we just throw those extra protectors on top of our own picks and whatever it is to make the difference. So like and in the short term, we lost, but in a vacuum, we didn't draft anybody. But in the long term, it'll probably help us out because we
I know.
deferred because we were never going to actually play another rookie
I'm just saying
this year.
with the draft that's coming up, even though we're well more in the middle of the field for that one, I'm not going to mention the guys we missed out on. Let me just go over the guys we acquired in the draft since 2002. Frank Williams in a Euro scrub, Mike Sweetney in a Euro scrub, Trevor Ariza, David Lee and Channing Frye, Marty Collins and Ronaldo Balkman, Wilson Chandler, Danilo Gallinari, Jordan Hill, Landry Fields in the second round, Amon Shumpert, Euro scrub in 2012, Tim Hardaway Jr. in 13, Anthony Early and Thaddeus Antetokounmpo in 14, Kristaps Porzingis and Willie Hernan Gomez in 15, no pick in 16, Ntilikina and Dotson in 17, Knox and Robinson in 18, Barrett and Brazilskis via trade in 19. 20 was the year we got Quickley and Obi. 21, Grimes, McBride, and Sims. This year, some French guy, then Derlin, and then Keels.
And your point is, sir?
The point is, drafting has not been our strong point for the last 2 decades.
Well, drafting has been pretty strong for us over the last.
I want to say this. Even though Isaiah gave out a lot of money, right? But the players that he drafted under Isaiah was actually good players when they left us, if you will.
I mean, they were good role players, but for where we were drafted, we never really got someone that was a linchpin or someone that you can hinge your franchise to. Like the guys he got turned into role players on other teams, but there was no all-star out of the bunch. If that
out of the bunch of you, yeah, right.
And
everybody we drafted.
Give KP some props.
Yeah, and I want to say like
all-stars in those
no.
years.
What about Nate Robinson? Did we draft him? Right? He went to
the only one that turned into an all-star from that era.
No, nobody's an all-star.
David Lee.
That we drafted.
Shout out
David Lee.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, Lee, but that was after Thomas got kicked out.
Was it after?
Yeah, 2010 season.
No. He was drafted well before that. He just made
I'm
it
saying
after.
he got in the All-Star game in 10. He was drafted in 05.
Right. And I mean, he was drafted underneath the Isaiah Thomas regime. He just turned into that after Isaiah was gone. But that's on the player. But to say like our drafting has been pretty solid over the last 2-3 years in terms of getting value. Actually, even more than that, because Mitch was a plus pick.
Yeah, Mitch was a great pick.
Yeah,
Mitch was
this new regime, right? This new regime.
I mean, it's if we're keeping it a buck, RJ's been solid. Granted, you want more out of your number 3 pick, but he's been pretty good, relatively. KP was really good. He just
until his
the
injuries kicked in.
Yeah, the injuries.
Yeah. And that was under the Jackson regime. One commit, BS,
yeah, and then like the last 4 or 5 years, we've been great at maximizing value of our picks. Like Grimes at 25, IQ at 25, Mitch at 36 or was it 32? One of those numbers.
It was 37.
He was 37? Yeah. So like in terms of like we drafted guys that would be starters in this league from positions that aren't seldom seen to be like, you don't really see late first rounders be starters that early in their career. You don't see
barely role players.
Right. You don't really see early second rounders become starters in this league. Not normally. And
normally, right.
And like we may have flopped on a few picks, but keeping it real for our our track record, like the majority of our rotation outside of Randall and Brunson are drafted guys.
Right, because if you look at all the teams,
Randall
by
and
the way,
Brunson.
except for top 5 picks, most other teams actually did as bad or worse than we did.
Yeah.
So it's tough to pick after top 5 sometimes.
It's like most teams do not get pretty good, solid rotational guys from the 25 spot on like we do.
Right. Yeah.
So when we talk about Mitch has his place in the league, and Mitch, barring injury, will be in the league for his skill set for the next 7, 8, 9 years at a high level.
Mitch IQ and Grimes are gonna are changing our entire format as far as our potential.
I'm waiting till Freezy gets back so I can break the Keels news to him because I know he's a big fan.
I know that was funny last year. Please, I was
at least Keels hit a 3.
Yeah, at least he got in the books for the NBA. He actually scored in the NBA.
And it was a 3, right? Remember that last game? Yeah,
he got a 3-pointer.
Yeah, but he should have stayed another year in college. He's way too raw.
Yeah, he definitely left early.
You think that's a problem with some of these players? They come in
a lot of
early.
Players.
A lot of them these days are coming fresh out of high school, but they're just big fish in small ponds.
The thing with Keels was he saw the writing on the wall because Duke's incoming class was going to be players that were going to just put him further down on the totem pole. And his value already was.
He was already a pecking order.
And like he was supposed to be a lot better than what he was when he got to Duke, because in high school he was a great shooter. Then he got to Duke and he started shooting terrible percentages. And then if he were to stay a second year, the incoming class full of guards would have just pushed him down on the totem pole, and then he may not have been drafted at all. So he was in a tough place for him. Like if he would have stayed, he might not have been lucky enough to earn the time or the playing
As far
time.
as I'm concerned, the NBA needs to put a regulation in that these kids want to come out of college, straight into the NBA draft. Finish at least your sophomore year.
But
there's talents in this league that didn't need a second year at all. So
see, hold on a second. Let me address this. Mets, you got to think about these people's their upbringing, where they come from,
their situation.
Their situation. Thank you.
They might need the money.
They might need the money. You know what I'm saying? Their granny's sick. Their mama's sick. They poor. They in the projects. And if somebody's trying to help you get to your dream, so you can take care of your family, that kills everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you sometimes you can't skip a step, but sometimes there might be a step that you can skip that can get you to where you want to. You know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, this young man's, road might be a little bit harder than what it should have been if he'd have stayed another year. I agree with you to an extent, but not everybody's built like that. Not everybody has some circumstances the same.
Yeah, everyone's situation is different. But Freezy, you're here?
Yeah, man. I got to wrap up, man.
I don't know if you want to hear this, but Trevor Keels is now a free agent.
Yeah.
He has a G League rights, but he is an NBA free agent because we gave him a 10-day, and we never renewed the 10-day.
Oh,
and this is why the G League is good.
Yeah, I got something I got to figure out. I gotta do something real quick, man. But we'll talk about it tonight, though.
Bet.
Right.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Peace.
Freezer.
All right, later.
Peace. God bless.